Great Biafrans, we have come to continue to do one thing you know, which is the disintegration of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Yes, that is what we know. That is what we are doing. Nobody should relent. Nobody should worry. The issue you had has happened. They arrest our leader and we are following it up. We are not going to relent. We are going to fight till the end. These are the things that is likely to happen. And it has happened. And we are going to follow it up. We are going to follow it up. The message there is for you and me to remain resolute and continue to do what we are asked to do. The head of the directorate are there. They will begin to give us informations from time to time on what to do. The head of the directorate, of which you know, is Mazi Dozim. Soon as you will hear his voice in any of the platform, and he will address all Biafrans. Very, very important. But you and me who are here, there is something we need to do. There is something we need to do is to continue to press on. What the zoo is doing is what they will do. Definitely, they will be making some certain silly move that will never augur them well. We know zoo, and that is what they are doing. So, let it not be a new thing for you. Let it not be a new thing for you, because this is what the zoo will definitely do, and they will fall into the trap they have dug. I want to make it clear for us, because the zoo have set up a trap that they have fallen into it. Have this thing in mind. Have it in mind. Very, very clear. We're not going to go through news. We're going to discuss this issue, as the line will be open right now. Immediately, our line will be open. You can call in and let's have the conversation. Let's have the conversation. This is Radio Biafra Hausa Service 2 coming to you from the platform of Radio Biafra London on this day that we had the news that our leader had been arrested by the zoo, and more details will be coming out to us as they continue to break. The lines will be open right now. Our lines will be open right now. You can call in for other discussions. Plus 183-263-73499 or plus 614-818-70925. 183-263-73499 plus 614-818-70925. Why I will tell you that this is what is happening. Well, I will come to that later. Our lawyer Mazi Baristefani Jofo has filed already a suit to the zoo about his client being held. So these are the things that will give us insight on what is doing. Let's take this call. Scorla, you are live on air right now, and tell us your name and where you are calling from. Call if you can hear me.
Good morning. Good morning. What's your name? Good morning. What's your name?
Yeah, welcome, my dear brother.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, just make it snap
my name is Simon,
so that we can take other people's call. Right on, brother.
Yeah. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, Simon. I'm on the line. Well, we have seen what is going on, what is trending on the line. Our leader being arrested, this and that. But what I take it is a second coming. We know that this thing will happen. Our leader has been predicting saying things. Things will happen. 14 days. Something like that will happen. All these things are prophetic word, but our people don't seem to understand it. I'm not scared about what is going on, but any move Nigerian government take against Mazi and against Ipob will bring them down. But one thing I saw is this: Nigerian government did not arrest our leader. I know there is a deal somewhere because even but one thing we want to let them know is this: there is still order against the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in case of anything that happened to him. The people that hand him over, people that set him up, we gonna monitor every one of them. We are still waiting for the IPOB press release from GOS before I can commit anymore. What we're gonna do now is our plan, second plan. If things don't go as this plan, what are we going to do? This is the question every IPOB member, every hardcore going to ask himself now. They arrested our leader 2014. They didn't do anything. Talking of now, nothing happened to our leader. If anything happened to me 3 days, if you don't see it, if anything happened to me 3 days, if you don't hear from me, burn the zoo down. The others still there. I think earlier this year or in the last year, I had an opportunity to call our leader. That was my question to him. We are not scared. IPOB gonna be more formidable as it is now. Nigerian government should know that there's people more than Nnamdi Kanu that hide under the Nnamdi Kanu. We are watching them, following them closely. If anything happened to me 3 days, if you don't hear my voice, burn the zoo down. Thank you, Mazi, for giving me this opportunity. The order have been reactivated. All Biafra sign from here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my dear brother. That is it, and there's no going back. There's no going back. Our leader has given the instructions and everything is there. We will hear from the DOS soonest, and other things will continue to move on. Let's take this call. Caller, you're live on air right now. Your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi,
You're welcome, brother.
my name is Mazi. I'm the National PRO of Ghana. I want to make a comment based on what the zoo did. What I'm saying is that Nigeria arresting our leader, so we Biafrans, is not a new thing to us. We know that it will happen. But I'm here this morning to encourage the Biafrans all over the world. Nobody should panic. As Mazi said yesterday, very soon the DOS will come and do the needful. So I'm here to tell us we are not going back. I wrote in my Facebook, I said yesterday that unless if Nigeria kill all the Mazi Nnamdi Kanus, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have over 70 million Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which are more dangerous more than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So Nigeria thinking that maybe arresting Nnamdi Kanu or doing anything to him will stop the quest for Biafra restoration. They should have a rethink, which they know that we cannot stop. We must fight this fight, even though he have said, even though that it's only one man and only a woman remains. They then continue, born, and because in 1967 to 1970 they kill us, and today we are more than those that killed us. So we are not afraid. Biafrans all over the world, be courageous, remain steadfast. We are marching forward into our promised land, which is Biafra. Chukwukabema will protect our leader. We know that they can never do anything to him. But if they do anything to our leader, the zoo will hear it. So Mazi, I want to appreciate you. I want to thank you for picking my call. Let me leave so that others will also come and comment. But we encourage Biafrans, mostly Biafrans in Ghana, those that called me yesterday. I just remain steadfast, don't panic, remain calm. Very soon you will hear from the DOS. Thank you, Mazi, for picking my call.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. And that is the message. We must follow the chain of command of IPOB. The Directorate of State will come and address us very soon, address the whole Biafrans. But the thing is that you and I have to wait and do what we are asked to do. Yes, they have rearrested our leader, and there are other things that are attached to it, which will come up. You first of all hear from the DOS before other comments will be coming up. Let's take this call. Caller, you're live on air. Your name and where you are calling from, caller.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Machineke from here. Am I coming out, Mazi?
Yeah, loud and clear, brother.
Okay, thank you very much, Mazi. My name is Desmond and I'm calling from Italy, Mazi. Mazi, I want first of all say good morning to you and Biafrans Ipob family members worldwide, and our great leader, Mazi Kanu, His Excellency. I salute you from here. Mazi, we don't have much to say than to say that we have to wait for the direction from the DOS, and also our people have to remain resolute, and anything we are doing before, we have to double our efforts now, because in war it's always unpredictable. Anything can happen, and we have been prepared for this time, so nobody should I say have any form of relenting or anything like that. No, we must keep on moving. We have been in the state of war, and you don't expect things to go the way you expect them to go in war. All we have to do is to double our efforts. So in this guy's math, let me give out our number for Biafrans in Italy to support ESN. Because we have to keep the good work going on. Our land, our bushes have to be cleared of the terrorists, planning headsmen, and all the terrorists in uniform that are there to kill our people. We must protect our land for our mothers to be able to go to farm and for our people to be able to live free. So this number is from Ipob National Coordinator to support ESN for Biafrans in Italy. The numbers are +39 35100 46055. I repeat again, +39 35100 46055. This is the Ipob National Coordinator's number in Italy. The second number is +39 3512 551274. I repeat, +39 3512 551274. This is the Ipob National PRO in Italy's number. So any of the number you call, you'll be directed on how to support ESN. Our people must be prepared, okay? The hour has come. If the Nigerian government mess up, we are going to make sure that even we that are in diaspora, we are going to go back and make sure that we'll fight this battle to the end, okay? There is no going back. It is a battle. In battle, everything is expected. You fight the last man standing, okay? So if they mess up, we will fight that whole country. Everything will sink. Everything will sink. That is the point. This is not time for joke. This is not time for play. Everything will sink. There is no need to talk much, but our people must remain resolute and wait for the OS. That is all. Anything, look, we are going to make sure that blood flows everywhere. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Thank you very much, my dear brother, and continue the good work you are doing. Continue the good work you are doing. Let's take this call. Caller, you are live on air right now. Your name and where you are calling from.
Yeah, much Chineke, my beloved brother, comrade, and Onyekem. I say good morning from Warsaw, Poland. I remember Mazi from Nosiwe Koroneke, and I hear from Omaka, the province of Biafra. My brother, good morning. It's not been a happy days for us. Of course, it's anticipated, Mazi, but woe betide that person, that country, that woman, that saw the son of man. Kenyans, I want to talk to Dr. David Masanga because Kenya handed our leader to the enemies. And for this cause, I have just one. I want to ask Dr. David Masanga and his crew and Punchline, and even the Kenyan government. The interview you did, Donyendo, was it a setup? Because I cannot fathom it that Masanga is there, the government is there, their government, which he said is linking them up during the interview. He said that interview
was the highest since the section of that their punchline the TV. And why then is it that our leader, Kenya, sold our leader to the zoo government? And for records, Kenya and Kenyans, when I mean Kenya and Kenya, they know what I mean, but the government and collectively, individually, they have created a enmity that would last to eternity, generation to generation. Except they will come up and explain now what transpired because of the money the zoo government promised, the bounty they said they put on their head. So Kenya collected the money and handed our leader, our beloved leader, to the zoo government. Mazi, our heart is bleeding. But in all this, there is one word Onyendu used to tell us, like we said yesterday, but she did any natural macho. But we know the kind of call that has been going on. Nobody is happy. Nobody is happy. We're under command and control. We are waiting for the DOS, and we are encouraging our fanatical Biafrans, the men of valor, radicals all over the world, to remain strong, more than united. We survived 2017. How much more now? Everything worked together to good. We are waiting. Our Onyokomita is everywhere. Let our people remain strong more than ever before, more resolute, more deadly now. Let us see how it will unfold. We are watching. We are really watching. We are not in a good mood, but let our brothers, a platform, all of you, keep the fire burning by being on air more than ever before now. We can be interacting and encouraging our mothers in the village, our elderly ones, because a lot of people, some people when the stroke can be, they want to want a BP, but let them be. It is a struggle. This is what is obtainable in a struggle. We are in a struggle. We are in a struggle. And the Mazi, you see the same thing Onyendu is preaching day in, day night. That the problem of Africa is the people that are killing the people that are saving them. This is how they killed Molumba, Thomas Sankara, even Lucky Dube. How many of them would we mention? Our problem in Africa is with the Africans. It has played now. Everybody has seen it now that Kenya sold our leader. The Africans are killing their own people that are coming to save them. Everybody has seen how it played out, but let us watch. Biafrans remain more fanatical, more deadly. That's in the one they will get it. But let us be patient and follow it. We're under command. Don't forget, we're under command. The leadership are there watching. Let them keep us posted. I think full. We are watching. Mazi, I have to leave it here. I remember Mazi. Okay, for next round. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Let's take this call. Caller, you're live on air right now. Your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Mecca calling from Abakaliki.
Welcome, brother.
Right now, Mazi, my mother is very, very down concerning what he heard about the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening, brother. I'm listening.
So nobody is happy, and my mother keep on asking me because they follow Nnamdi Kanu. Now, what is he doing in Kenya? What is he doing in Kenya? You understand that who was going with him at Kenya? So, but what I'm telling our people to calm down. But now, Kenya government is supposed to be, they should bomb Kenya down. That their governor's lodge should bomb down government house so that we know that we are serious. That's what I'm suggesting. Hello?
Brother, continue. I give you the mic to speak out. Don't just.
Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you.
They should bomb.
Listening also.
They should bomb Kenya government down with the bomb as a sample. You understand? So that they will now know why would they do that such thing. Is why we Africa or somebody that is saving us, and they want to they now plan to arrest such person. So what I'm suggesting is that they should come and address the whole Biafra all over the world and tell them everything so that everything will come. My mother now, I told my mother to wake up that nothing will happen to him. He said, we are finished, we are finished. Our savior had arrested our savior. That Fulani will come and destroy us. But what I'm suggesting that they should go and bomb Kenya government down.
Noted, brother. The issue is not in that way. Just as I said, that is why we are IPOB. We need to be patient enough to hear from our head. Mazi Chike, those teams are there. Let everybody calm down first. Let's hear from the DOS. We are journalists. We gather information. We have things on our decks, but it's not in that way. We must hear from our head. Let everybody calm down. Oh, calling Kenya, calling this one, calling that one, and all these things are what gathered everywhere. So nobody should start on that. We have not heard from our head, and soon as in hours to come, you will hear. We all will hear from the head of the directorate, and whatever they give, that is where Biafrans will move on to. Why I said concluded here that he had been arrested is based on what the lawyer did. Our lawyer have filed or tabled, I don't know the language they use in law regarding, because they send him an official information on his office that his declarant had been rearrested. So we must follow things directly how it works. So now we have to wait for the head of the directorate to come and address Biafrans. Then from there, everybody will pick it up. It's good to gather information, but when we gather all this information, what are we supposed to do? You go and check it or send it to the appropriate quarter before we begin to dish it out. Then for your mom, it is your duty now. Remember that is an elderly mom. You know what to speak to her now. It is your duty to calm her down. Maybe we just want. Don't worry. I don't know why some of us are yes, it will affect us somehow, but that does not mean that so let's everybody just calm down, just be active. Then direction will come. No need to be saying other things. Thank you very much, brother, and keep it up. Let's take this call. Caller on signal.
Okay.
Caller on signal, can you hear me? Caller on signal, can you hear me? Okay, I think the call is off. Caller, can you
that is coming.
Restart my system against us, we know, and then of course is actually give us more reason to
calling this one, calling that one, and all these things are what
for people to do.
14. He said in 2017 again that when he's apprehended,
Yeshua HaMashiach. Great Biafrans, we have come to continue to do one thing which is the disintegration of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Yes, that is what we know. That is what we are doing. Nobody should relent. Nobody should worry. The issue you had has happened. They arrest our leader.
Biafrans all over the world.
So, my brother, this one.
Biafra is assured. This is one fight that the zoo called Nigeria we wish they never took on. All right, Mazi, good morning and welcome to People of the East.
Mazi Kechu, good morning.
Please go ahead.
Good morning, Biafrans all over the world. Lovers of freedom. MC the man Mazi Chidebere Chukwudobiuku. So the grace of Chukwuka Biama. I'm the one of the principal servants of our great leader, Mazi Kanu. My good people of Biafrans, I want to remind you people to stay resolute. Because this time around is time that we have to rejoice in the other side. Also, the time we have to play as well. Because the arrest of our leader, Mazi Kanu, is the birth of new Biafra that is coming. Freedom is not easy. Actually, we all know about that. And now, I want to let Biafrans all over the world to know, because the zoo always carry fake news moving around. All the principal officer, national coordinator, both zonal unit and all principal officers, we have to take time this time around concerning the news that we are circulating. Because this time, they will come with a lot of fake news. They will say they arrested our leader, they do this, they do that. All of them are propaganda. Yes, we know that our leader was arrested. But we want to refund our people to remain resolute, as our leader always said. Biafra is here, and we all have to witness Biafra. This is the time that we have to know who is who. Yesterday, I received a lot of calls. Even the people that doesn't know. Some are laughing at us. Some are rejoicing. Your leader have arrested. This and that. But all this is an in vain. Because there is something our leader always say. They will kill us and they will kill them, but at the end, we will win. I will never forget that. It's still always in my mind. And it will continue always in my mind until you actualize Biafra. All this message I'm sending out there is for those hardcore in the Biafra land and those in outside Biafra land. Still resolute. We still have command. Because many people are saying, hey, where is your leader? Now that your leader is not around. Who is going to do this? Who is going to do that? Our leader have always put everything in according to, we have structure. 2015, everything is still going perfect as it is. And so we still put him to 4-7. We members of boys, and also we try to be worldwide. No matter what people are talking in social media, it will not support. We are come to get Biafra, and we are going to actualize Biafra in the name of Chukwuka Biama. Remain resolute. Thank you, my comrade, Ikechukwu Onola.
Thank you very much, Machineke. All right, that is our SADC rep, Mazi Chukwudi Obiuku. This is one of the hardcores that I know. And then, of course, we must continue to have heard from him. It is not time for propaganda. We don't really care about propaganda. But let me tell you one thing. In a place where there is a rule of law, in a place where there is rule of law. You cannot arrest a British citizen who is traveling with a British passport. Even if he's passing through a third world country, you have no right to arrest such a British citizen. Before you can do that, you must alert the authorities. You must alert the authorities. That is how it is done. But of course, it is the zoo. They think they are clever. But let me tell you, like I said, this will be one fight that the Nigerian government will wish they never took on. Yes, they are undermining us. I mean, they're like, what are we going to do? Don't ever undermine your opponent. Very, very important. Yes, many people are laughing at us. Do we really care if whoever is laughing? Do you care? For me, I don't care because freedom fighting, why they do now my thing. How that can concern you? Laugh with the laughing for waiting one. So I don't understand. I have chosen my path. This is my path. This freedom fighting, why they do. Now my path. So laughing at me, you are stupid. You don't know what you're doing. Because I know what I'm doing. I have chosen this path. Whatever happened, now this path I did till forever. We've been there before. We've seen this movie before. It has happened before. And of course, we know how it ended. So it is not a new thing. I mean, we know it. We are used to it because it is freedom fighting. And we have a leader that believes, and for him, he believes that a leader must live by example. A leader must lead in front. So when he talk about jail or going to jail, he has seen it. He has tested it. For him, nothing scares him. Nothing deters him. He knows what he's there for. My problem is that most of us who are following him, we don't understand. We don't know what freedom fighting is all about. And the earlier, the better for us we start knowing. All right, let me see if I can take this one. Call on WhatsApp if you can hear me. Do I have a caller on WhatsApp? No. No, I don't. Let me try this again. Yes, caller, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, my brother, I can hear you. Good morning. Please go ahead.
Hello?
Unbelievable. Mazi, can you hear me?
Hello?
Unbelievable. Okay, let's do this.
Hello, Mazi.
Yes, can you hear me now? He cannot hear me. Let me again. Let me unplug and put it back. Can you hear me now, Mazi? No. Yes, he cannot hear me, but we must continue. Our lines are officially open this morning, and you are at liberty to call us. You can call us on Skype as well as our WhatsApp line, because those two are open this morning, and you are welcome to call us. Let me try him again and see if he can hear me. Mazi, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now,
Hello,
Mazi? Yes, can you hear me now? Please indicate if you can hear me. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? No. Unfortunately, he cannot hear me. And trust me when I tell you, I don't know why that is the case. And trust me, this is not the time for this line to start acting up, because I cannot take that. Okay, let's try this. Maybe this will work. Let us try this. Maybe this will work. All right, we must continue. Our lines are open, as you know. A lot of people are trying to call us, and then, of course, we need to expect what is happening now. The line is so jammed up. That is why we are having this issue, which is expected, of course. Everybody is calling. But we are equal to the task, and we will be taking the call. Even those who have not called this radio in a lifetime, they are calling today. But let's see if... yes, caller on the line, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning from here, Mazi. Please go ahead. Your names and where you're calling from.
Good morning, sir.
Dewo. Mazi, are you guys not hearing me this morning? I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Good morning, sir.
Unbelievable. honestly, I have no idea what is going on, to be honest with you. People keep telling me good morning, but they're not saying anything. Mazi, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. No, he cannot hear me. All right, let me do something quickly. Maybe let me take a quick break and see if I can do anything about this situation. I'll be back just now. Please don't go away. Yes, good morning. Can you hear me, Mazi?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, can you hear me?
Good morning from here.
Unbelievable. Mazi, can you hear me?
Hello, good morning from here.
This is not happening. All right, we must continue. I don't know what is the problem here. Unfortunately, or somehow, callers seems not to be hearing me. I'm trying to see if I can restart my system. I just don't know how that is going to have a problem here. Unfortunately, or somehow, callers seems not to be hearing me. I'm trying to see if I can restart my system. I just don't know how that is going to affect. Unfortunately, or somehow, callers seems not to be hearing me. I'm trying to see if I can restart my system against us, we know, and then of course is actually give us more reason to move forward and speedily. All right, I mean, I don't know what happened. Everything just went down, shut down.
I reckon our leader will only will stop the quest for the Biafran restoration. For our Biafran brothers and sisters who are slacking back, this is the time to show what you are made of. Do not slumber. Do not cry. For everything we turn for our own good, because we worship the Almighty Elohim. This is not the time to slumber, and this is not the time to gossip like a woman. This is the time for action. We need to be courageous, and we need to be resolute, especially this time around. Our leader has been rearrested again, and I want to remind every Biafran, especially all the volunteers, the promises of our leader. He said that anytime he is rearrested again, the zoo must be burned down. And for all the efulefus who are laughing and who are clapping, come soro no fibo. Ono mana obodo onye poro police na emeri n'ikpe. And now that our leader has been rearrested again by these Janjaweeds, I think it is very, very obvious that we Biafrans should be very, very resolute at this time around and know how we talk. This is not time to talk. This is not time to slumber, and this is not time to cry. This is a very, very strange time and a very, very difficult time for we Biafrans. We need to be resolute, especially this time around. Yes, our leader may be arrested or maybe not, because we are waiting from the HOD to hear from them, their press release. But we assure Biafrans that even if our leader is arrested, it is not going to stop us from requesting for Biafra. It is not going to back us down. It is not going to weigh us down. Arresting our leader will only increase the tension. Arresting our leader will only increase everything we are doing. It will only increase our morale. Arresting our leader will only increase the fire that is burning the zoo. So let us be resolute and focus on Biafra. If our leader is arrested, if he is not arrested, Biafra must come. Whether our leader is in grave, whether our leader is alive, whether our leader is in prison, Biafra is a show game. Biafra must be restored with the last drop of our blood. and we must restore Biafra. Rise up and do what you are advised to do. Obey the last command and obey your commanders. Our leader, the arrest of our leader, will show the zoo what we are made of. What we are made up of. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Ndewo. All right, thank you, my brother. Of course, that is correct. What you're saying makes sense, and of course, we must continue. All right, let me try this other line and see if we are good to go on that line. Caller on, let me see, on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, loud and clear, Maz.
Right.
Loud and clear. I can hear you. Good afternoon from WhatsApp Poland here. Can you hear me?
Please go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay, my brother. Good afternoon. I remember Mazi from Nosiwe and I hear from Mama in all the province of Biafra land. Mazi, Onion do see the men's our leader, no matter what happens, wherever he is, we appreciate him and we appreciate the leadership. We appreciate our volunteers and we appreciate fanaticals, men of valor, radicals all over the world. This is the time to show it. Mazi, I want to tell our Biafrans one thing because and the Onion gave us a proverb during the second or the third broadcast he did, if not the second, I think, about Udele. When Udele was interviewed about the pregnancy of the wife, he said that if the wife delivers, fine. And the last clip you played today, the clip you are playing now, and then they asked Onion what kind of Biafra you want. Onion said if he lives, okay, and if he dies, that to quicken Biafra to come. We are here just to encourage our people that nothing has spoiled. All eyes must be on the ball, waiting for every direction will come from the DOS and we will follow it to the letter. Let nobody despair. We survived 2007. But now, Onion is a public figure. There was nothing. We pray Ekekowa to protect him there. Nothing will happen to him. Biafra remain resolute.
Thank you very much.
Remain focused. All eyes on the ball. Mazi, I drop here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Eloquently spoken, and we welcome that. All right, let's go to, I think, let me see, before I go to Skype. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Mazi, good morning. Can you hear me? Call on Skype.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Mazi, can you hear me? Call on Skype. No, he cannot hear me. I don't know why. Mazi, hold on for me. Let me see if I can get you on a different line. Can you hear me now? Call on Skype. Can you hear me now? Caller on Skype. Can you hear me now?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, can you hear me? You cannot hear me. All right, the same problem on that line abounds. Let me go to Skype. Caller on Skype. If you can hear me, please go ahead. Caller on Skype. Nkemwokike on Skype. Can you hear me? Unbelievable. Caller on Skype, can you hear me? All right, I think I've lost that call. Let me try this one. Yes, caller on Skype again, can you hear me? Mazi? Caller on Skype. What is going on here?
Yes, Mazi, good morning from here.
All right, Mazi, please go ahead. Good morning.
And good morning to Biafrans, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Most Favored Igbo, and I'm calling Kingdom of Netherlands. I come from Nnewi province. Mazi, I thank you for the good work you're doing for our nation, Biafra.
Thank you very much.
And also, I thank Chukwoki Kabiama for the life of Onyendo Mazi NNAMDI'S Kanu, the great, the hero of our time, who God has brought in a time like this to restore the dignity of black race. Mazi, I just want to say a few words to myself and to Biafrans all over the world.
By all
Because
means, go ahead.
yesterday, when we all got the news, it was shocking. It was shocking. It wasn't what we want to hear. But I consoled myself and I put myself to be strong. And now I also want to send that same message to Biafrans. Biafrans should have this in mind, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Biafran we are asking for, is the Biafran that Chukwu Okike Abiama will keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alive to see. Because led for our enemies and for the other powers, external forces, they would want to give us a Biafran, and a Biafran that Onyendu will not live to see. But we want Onyendu to be in this Biafra and live in this Biafra and see his dream Biafra fulfilled. And that Biafra is what we will get. I just want to encourage Biafrans that let's just judge from what they said, not from our DOS. They haven't said anything yet. We are waiting. But from what the Zoom media gave, Malami said the Onyendu was intercepted with Nigerian passport printed on 2013. I want Biafran to go and listen to that very video again. He said he's holding a Nigerian passport of 2013. Now I ask, Zoo passport only have duration of 4 or 5 years. How can someone travel with passport that was produced or that was given on 2013? That is, they're just trying to paint a picture to the world that he's a Nigerian citizen, that he's not a British citizen. Because Onyendu, we know that when he holds his British passport, and the Zoo, when they arrested him in 2017, they are all with his Nigerian passport. So what he holds is British passport. So Malami don't want to paint that picture to the world that they arrested a British citizen, but they said they arrested him with Nigerian passport of 2013, a passport that is no longer valid, which is not even true. That is one. Second thing also I want to tell Biafran is this, that if they want to kill Onyendu, or if they had done something wrong to Onyendu, they would have just put it in a dark. Since they arrested him on since Sunday, we know nothing about it. If they can kill him, they would have killed him and put everybody on black spot. We won't know what is happening. Before we find out what is happening, they may have used military to siege everywhere in Biafra land. But for them to tell the world that Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in hand of Nigerian government is another victory won on the side of Biafra. Now Biafrans know where their leader is. Now the world also know where their leader is, and the UK government know where their citizen is. So I just want to tell Biafran to be strong, that hearing from Onyendu or hearing that Nigerian government on their own made it public is in their custody is another victory. We went through this in 2017. We came out victoriously, and this time around, Onyendu is in the land to bring Biafran from that very soil. That is the only thing. That is the only anticipation we expect. Mazi, thank you for giving me the time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. And of course, we must continue. Of course, what do you expect from the zoo? Obviously, lies and lies. But at the end of the day, the truth always prevails. We must continue. I still don't know what is wrong with the WhatsApp line. People keep calling. I can hear them quite all right, very loud and clear. But unfortunately, somehow, they don't hear me. I don't know why that is the case. Let me try again and see. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Good morning, Sir Mazi. I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
My name is Evangelist Chidima Juliet Pilatro. I want to thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for this privilege to get online and to speak over what is going on. I want to also thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for the courage, the certainty I have in my mind that all is well, notwithstanding the sad news of the rearrest of our leader, Mazi Kanu, His Excellency, Mazi Kanu. I want to urge every Biafran, every IPOB, especially the principal officers, because the time has come for us to know if really what we embarked on, we were really convinced, we really had an answer from Chukwuka Biama that the restoration of Biafra is a divine cause. Because so many of us might slide, so many are asking nonsense questions, are even making some kind of sighing or doubting or being confused. If you know that right deep in your heart, as a principal officer especially, that you know what you embarked on, you will know that God is in control. Yesterday, when I heard it, so many calls, and then at the end I saw that their press release that the last caller spoke on. We are not ignorant of the devices of the enemy. We are not ignorant of the giants with devices, and they have to be ashamed of themselves, because there is no way when they arrested Mazi before, they seized his passport. So how can they come on air to read the passport number and all the rest? They are idiots. They have already fallen into their own traps. I also want to remind Biafrans that today is 30th June. We are not reading Psalm 30, but Psalm 31. Please, Mazi, if you can allow me, I want to read that prayer. I want to pray that prayer now.
All right. I don't know. I have Evangelist Nwokike who normally does that. She's actually online. Maybe she wants to read it as well. So, yes, she normally read it, and no, she's already online waiting. Do you understand what I'm saying, my dear?
Okay.
Yes, please.
No problem. I will not read it, but I want to urge Biafrans to know that this is the time we really need to be in prayers. Mazi knew what will happen. Mazi knew of all, and he was keeping to his promise of getting himself into the zoo to beat ESN, into Biafra land to ESN, beat ESN for this final stage. So we need to be seriously praying continuously, knowing that Elohim Chukwuka is on the throne. People should stop saying he's a UK citizen. UK has never done nothing up till now, so there is nothing expecting from them. It is we that need to ask. Stop calling on United Kingdom, because they will not do nothing. Stop calling on United States of America, they will not do nothing. Stop calling on those, the UN and all the rest. They cannot do nothing for us. It is only us. That is what Mazi has always said. And I want to also say that we should remain resolute, formidable, whiter than snow. Whiter than snow. Because victory is sure for Biafrans. People should stop also asking, why is it that our Israeli brothers are not helping us? They are also on their own issue. And don't worry, they will help us. Mazi said this, that when the time comes, at the crucial time, Elohim will send angels. And I guarantee you, dear friends, that there are angels released on behalf of Mazi. There is a pillar of wall around him. They cannot kill him. They cannot touch him. They are afraid of him, and they will bow down to worship him wherever he is. I am certain. I don't know how I have this certainty in my heart, but I know that it's the Spirit, the Holy Spirit of God, that has given me this certainty. I want to urge every national coordinator to be formidable. I want to urge every IPOB family to remain ready.
My dear sister, hello, hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes, of
course. All right, go ahead and read that passage, because I think I've lost the person who was holding. Go ahead and read it anyway.
Okay, Psalm 31. In you, O Lord, Chukwuka Biama, Biafrans do seek refuge. May we never be ashamed. Deliver us in your righteousness. Incline your ear to us. Deliver us speedily. Be our strong rock, a strong fortress to save us. For you are our rock and our fortress. For your name's sake, lead us and guide Biafrans. Lead us out of the nets that they have hidden for us. For you are our strength. Into your hand we commit our spirit. You have redeemed us, O Lord God of truth. Elohim Chukwuka Biama nke pụrụ ime ihe niile. We have hated those who regard worldless vanity. The 5 states eastern governors, the Efulefu's, we have hated them, but we trust in you, Lord. We will be glad and rejoice in your loving kindness, for you have seen our trouble. You have known our soul in adversities and have not delivered us up into the hand of the enemy. Notwithstanding that our leader Mazi is there, there is a purpose for it. You have set our feet in a broad place. Be gracious to us, O Lord, for we are in trouble. Our eyes waste away with grief. Yes, our soul and our body, for our life is spent with grief, and our years with sighing. Our strength fails because of our iniquity. Father, have mercy on us, and our bones waste away. We become a reproach among all our enemies, but especially among our neighbors. Among those that are Biafrans that are saying they are Niger Deltas, they are this and that, Father, and a dread to our acquaintance. Those who saw us outside fled from us. Those that have seen the arrest of Mazi and the camp that are saying rubbish and are fleeing from us. We are forgotten as dead men out of the mind. We are like a broken vessel, for we have heard the slander of many. Fear has been and is on every side. Why they took counsel together against us? They planned to take away our lives. But we trust in you, as we have only trusted in you, O Lord. We have said, and we are still saying, and we will forever say, that you are our God. Our times are in your hand. Deliver us from the hand of our enemies and our pursuers. Make your face to shine on your servant, Mazi, in NNAMDI'S Kanu. Save him by your loving kindnesses. Do not let him be put to shame, O Lord. For he has always called on you, and will continue calling on you. Let the wicked be ashamed, and let them be silent in the grave. Let the lying lips be put to silence, who speak arrogantly, in pride and contempt against the righteous. Oh, how great is your goodness, which you have laid up for those who fear you, which you have done for those seeking refuge in you before people. You will hide them in the secret of your presence from conspirators. You will keep us secretly in a shelter from the sight of storms. Blessed be the Lord. For you have shown us your marvelous kindness in a fortified city, Biafra. For we said in our haste, we are caught up before your eyes. Nevertheless, you have heard the voice of our supplications when and since how we have been crying to you. Oh, love the Lord, all you Biafrans. Love the Lord, all you saints. For the Lord preserves the faithful, as he will preserve NNAMDI'S Kanu, he will preserve the ESN, he will preserve the DOS, he will preserve all IPOBs, he will preserve Biafrans. For the Lord preserves the faithful, but amply repays the one who acts in pride. The senates from the Biafra land that are in the zoo that are saying nonsense in their hand. Father, repay them in the act of their pride. We are strong. Biafrans be strong, and the Lord will strengthen our hearts. All we who wait for the Lord. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach.
Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. There were. All right, we thank our sister for that reading of the book of the Psalm, as well as that prayer as well. We welcome it in the name of Chukwu Kabiama. All right, we must continue, and of course, we are taking your calls. It is a very bad line today, but we are managing it. We are not stopping. We must continue. Don't forget that word, hashtag. We must continue. All right, let me see. Caller on the line, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night from here, Mazi. My name is Simon on the line.
Please go ahead.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. No matter what happened, must give glory to God. But my topic today, Biafrans, rejoice! Biafra is here.
Yes, sir.
The second missionary journey, the second coming of Mazi NNAMDI'S Kanu will be the end of the zoo. I know, and Chukwu Kike Abiyama never failed me. I foresee all these things. That's why I asked him question. I think early this year or last year when I asked our leader, what if we don't see you today? What about the order? What about the order? If we don't see you, if we don't hear from you 3 days, what happened to the zoo? You say the order is still like that. I foresee all these things. I asked Chukwu Okike Abiyama. I think his Buhari is dead. Will Buhari arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again? I've been battling about this, but I know they cannot arrest our leader. Anything that happened is Mazi is playing in the favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The zoo don't know what is going on. You see this struggle? You see this Biafra? I could remember his word. He said, you see this Biafra we're talking about? We're going to get it with style, man. Mama. We run the show. As long as the zoo have admitted that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in their hand, so much they want to talk. They will want to bully him. They want to beg for another 8 years, like as a British government is begging during the time of Donald Trump administration. This is what is going on. But we said we don't want Nigeria more than 2023. Enough is enough, man. Our leader, nothing will happen. Simon Ayanugo is still outside. Like as we do in 2015, we let them know if anything, Okokoye, everywhere, any one of you will hunt you down. But they have admitted, they hold him. That means none there to save. And the Biafran doctors, Biafrans, anywhere you are, we know what Nnamdi Kanu, every one of us have we have a medical history. Any new Okokoye, if they inject anything they want to inject in our leader, we must examine it. If anything happened to him, that means, but I know Chukwu Okike Abiyama promise, he doesn't want me to be terrorist, because I would be more than Bin Laden if anything happened to him. But the promise is this: we want to see our own Messiah. He will be in the kingdom. That is the promise. Biafrans, keep calm. Malami, if you are the one that arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where did you arrest him? Did you hear them say, where did you arrest Nnamdi Kanu? It is a deal. We'll give them we'll give chance to listen to them. But if they do any we'll give them Mazi.
Thank you very much.
We are educated, we are radical, we are fanatics, and looking for our freedom. They should not provoke us. Almost, hey Biafra. This is the end. This is Biafra is here more closer, as you said.
Thank you, my brother. All right, we must continue. It is still Radio Biafra SADC. We are giving you time and, of course, the opportunity and the platform to air your view and to say your bit this morning. But like I always say, this is the time for us to know who is who in the zoo. It is time for us to know those who are on the Lord's side. It is time for us to know those who are the chosen. But the bottom line is that we must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller.
Yes, Mazi, good morning from here.
Good morning and welcome to the program. Please, your names and where you're calling from. Yes, go ahead.
Mazi, I want to thank you for anchoring today's podcast.
Thank you very much.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Go ahead, Chinemerem, I can hear you. All right. I
thank Chukwu Abiyama for bringing our leader up to this stage. I know that everything that is happening, that God is aware of it. So I want to talk to Biafrans that nobody should be afraid or wither or suggest in any form. That God is in control. God is in control. This is the time for all Biafrans to stand resolute. This is the time for all Biafrans to stand and be very fanatic about this Biafra. We all stand for our leader, and that soon that
Muslims who cannot do anything. All they know how to do best is to lie. That is all they know how to do best. They can go on and lie and lie and lie. But we know that this moment that has been designed in heaven, God has already known that this moment will come. So I'm not afraid or scared. I'm not pondering. I know that God is in control. So I want to thank all the Biafrans that they should all pray for our leader. This is the right time to pray. And that I feel that God, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. So I thank all Biafrans. And I thank you, Mazi, that
thank you
God
very much.
Bless all of us. God should bless us. And
bless
we know
you
that
too.
the promised land is at hand. All of us will walk into that joy. All of us will walk into this promised land and praise Elohim forever and ever. And all our Jews, they will talk about Biafra. They will talk about this formidable family, IPOB. They will talk about Kanu. They will all talk about him forever and ever. So Nigeria is just giving our leader more fame, because the world now is talking about him. Even Buhari himself has never been this famous before. So I am not scared. This is time for us to thank him.
Thank you very much, my dear. All right. Thank you very much. You have spoken very well. And then, of course, we must continue. It is still Radio Biafra SADC. We are the people of the East. And, of course, our lines are open this morning, taking your calls. I don't know if this caller can hear me. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Mono puti kechkwana. Mono puti.
Kunjani baba, all right?
Pile la mungshungu papa mungshungu jani puti.
Mungshungu mara siyahamba fit.
Ndizama baba, ndizama baba.
Yeah, ansaba yabo asisabana. Siyahamba.
Okay baba. Yeah, please. What I wanted to say this morning is that I must tell Biafrans that this is the time. The way we speak it in English, in Igbo language. You know, if you listen to the zoo, you know they will come with so many tactics now. They will be lying. They can even come and tell us in television that they caught our leader NNAMDI'S sleeping with their wife. They can do anything. They can say anything now. So that the demoralizer to now start asking questions. Why did our leader did this? Why did our leader do this? Because if they can come now and lie to us and say that our leader is traveling with an old expired passport, you can see their tactics. They're just finding a way to demoralize us, to make us start asking ourselves questions instead of. So what I wanted to tell we Biafra now is that we have to remain focused. Any step that the zoo took now is to our advantage. They're making us more popular. They're making the whole world even to think about us, because they are arresting somebody who didn't do anything to them. Meanwhile, our leader is an intelligent person, and our leader, the zoo, they know what they're doing, because they cannot negotiate with our leader in Britain or anywhere. You know, the zoo, they like to answer. They are the most populous nation in Africa. They are the most educated in Africa. You know, they are pompous. They will not like to go and negotiate with our leader in a foreign land. So they are making any available plan to make sure that our leader is there before they started negotiating. But what we have to do now is to put pressure on them. There must be fire everywhere in Nigeria by the pressure, so that they know that we are behind our leader. Not for us to cool quiet now and started doubting. Then now they will go to our leader and say, you see, those are men, nobody is asking of you. So I'm appealing to all Biafrans to pick everything up. Be courage. Nothing is happening. Our leader is safe. Very, very safe. And our leader is even thinking of us. As we are thinking of our leader is thinking about even us. He's praying now. We who see in spirit know our leader is even praying now. And our leader is even more safer than us. Nothing will happen to our leader. What we have to do now is to stand by ourselves and fight this battle. There is nothing else we want than Biafra. That's what I wanted to tell our fellow Biafra this morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi, for taking my call.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, my brother, for that. You have spoken eloquently well. Let me see if I can get this number. This number has been trying this morning to reach us. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Mazi, can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Can you hear me now? Because we were struggling before to hear each other.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Better. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning, fellow Biafrans. I just want to say, contribute my own opinion on the rest of our leaders. You know, one thing we should know is that we just entered another phase of this struggle. You know, actually, when I had the news, I was like heartbroken. You know, seeing the picture of his handcuffs.
Mazi,
and stuff,
who actually am I speaking to?
Yeah, sorry, sir.
Yes,
they are speaking to NDBC from South Africa.
All right, go ahead, please.
Okay. So when I heard the news, I was heartbroken because of the picture of the handcuffs and stuff. But as time goes on, I begin to remember all the brokers of our leader. You know what the things that he has said. You know, because actually he has said that this moment will come. He said it before that this moment will come. And listening to people, talking, and the people are talking. If you don't know the situation, you will think that our leader is dead. You know, if you don't know, you really think that our leader is dead. But he's alive, and Biafra cannot come without him being where he is. That is my belief. He is at the right place for Biafra to come. That is what I believe. You know, I believe that through this stage that we are in this struggle, Biafra will emerge. You know. So whatever propaganda, even look at the body language of the Attorney General. Can't you see they are not bragging of the arrest? Nigeria, and that everybody knew that if they arrest Mazi and Kanu on their own accord, they will be bragging. They were. I think they were afraid. Even they were shocked. I think they were shocked they arrested him. The body language shows that they are afraid because they don't know what is going to happen. So everybody should be strong. Everybody should remain focused because at the end of the day, Biafra will come. Mazi Nandikalu said it. He said that he will come back. He will come back on his own time, on his own terms. He knows when and how he will come back to Nigeria. So I believe that this is the time. Do you see the outcry? People must listen. Forget the sentiment. It's true. It's painful that he was arrested, but see what is happening on the ground. Is hair not released already? Hair is released already. Even people that does not believe in him are beginning to sympathize with him. That is how it's supposed to be, at this stage. This thing will reconcile the whole Eastern region. It's already happening now. It's reconciling. Even the South that have been, some of them are dodgy about agitation. Everybody is crying out there, lamenting about his arrest. So this thing is a form of a reconciliation of the South together to speak in one voice. It's happening already, even Nigeria entirely. So nobody should be scared.
Right.
Rather, everybody should double his work and make sure that this time around, everything that needs to be destroyed will be destroyed. They are afraid. They don't know what will happen. They don't know the repercussion.
Thank you very much, brother.
That's why they rush and bring him to court. They were acting as if somebody instructed them what to do. Nigerian government arrest somebody and bring him in court. It's like somebody instructed them, do this. Do not brag on this arrest. So I believe that the Biafra that we are looking for, the time has come for the actualization of Biafra. That is the mission of our leader there in the prison now. He is where he's supposed to be to restore Biafra. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very much, my brother, for that. Thank you.
You actually know me.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. We can chat. We can chat after the program. Just send me a message on WhatsApp, and then of course.
Okay.
Yes.
No problem.
Thank you very much. All right. Thank you, my brother, for that. I have somebody holding on Skype for a long time. Let me take the Skype, then I will go back to Pastor Chris. I think Pastor Chris is also holding. Let me take this caller on Skype. Caller on Skype, can you hear me? Caller on Skype.
Loud and clear. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, go ahead. Biafrans are listening. Your names, please, and where you calling from.
This is Rabbi Charles. I'm calling from my location. I just want to add my voice on the platform today.
By all means.
I want to say good morning to Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafra freedom. I salute you. Our leader is Mazi NNAMDI'S, His Excellency. I salute you. I want to use this opportunity to plead to our people to calm down. There are so many false information flying around on social media. Don't disregard those informations. The only thing we know that our leader is in the hand of the zoo government, and that is what is very, very authentic. But other informations are not correct. I just want to use this opportunity to speak to those in the Zoological Republic. If I am saying I'm making this statement from the angle where it's coming from. Our leader, we are aware of the fact that Mazi Kanu is in the hand of the DSS, controlled by the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And we are making this statement. I'm making this statement today. If anything happens to Mazi Kanu, if his health is jeopardized, if his life is being threatened or anything happen, all the governors in the southeast region, south region, and all the chiefs, traditional rulers, all of them will go down. I am speaking for the peace and tranquility, for smooth discussion to take place. Any other thing, any other lies they are peddling, we don't want to know. Which passport, wherever they apprehended him, we know everything. I can't disclose anything on air, but one thing is clear. If anything happens to Mazi Kanu, all the eastern governors, south governors, all the traditional rulers that conspired, all of them will go down. That is what I'm saying right now, and that's where I'm going to end this statement. Mazi Ndewo, thank you.
Thank you very much. Of course, that was Pastor Rabbi Charles, and we welcome that. Let me go to
Yes. Am I coming out clear? Thank you for the space to air my view. This is the time to know who is who, because it's not a time of promises, a time of bragging or trying to show power. This is a time to a kind of come out from your shell and exhibit that has been destined in you, because and that Sulugede dance has just begun now. So those of us that knows the what it is will now tell you what time is it, as you always said. What time is it? So just like as you have just said concerning the law, I think the last destinations of our leader has to be questioned. That's number one. But the judicial teams and our barristers knows what to do towards that very angle, because things don't just happen. But anyway, there are things that happens for good. Bible said that everything works together for good. But I just want to address somebody, this man that call himself. I'm not trying to advertise him, but I'm trying to tell him that he's too fast to kind of conduct an interview by the BBC, and that very conduct or the interview he made. I'm talking about the person of Ume. He has implicated himself. He's a man that we, IPOB, respect so much. He implicated himself through his statements, and by saying that he doesn't believe in what we are doing, that the arrest and rearrest of our leader speaks a very big volume, that they should judge him, that he believed that Nigeria should look into that. And again, later he came back and said that rearresting of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without arresting the situation. But these are the people that we have been beckoning on. These are the politicians that we have been talking to. We have been engaging them. We have been trying to ask them to speak and allow only one man, that is Abaribe, only single-handedly in National Assembly, in everywhere, speaking without fear or favor. Only him. But this man right now has invited BBC to speak jargon. Let me just tell us right now, let us know exactly where Ifenema you see. Because it's not even up to 24 hours that the news has been broken, you invite BBC. And this very man that has spoken this has never come up one day to challenge the Fulanese concerning the Pantami. Pantami is still the Minister of Information and is a terrorist. And Gumi also is a terrorist. Some of the governors are still working with those of them that are going to National Assembly to deliberate what I don't know. From January to December, they will be going to that very place just to share money. And for you to come out to, what they call it, to sell your own son. Your own son. It is a very big shame to many of us. To many. Sometimes our leader says that he don't know why God brought him to our land. Things that has just happened, it's not even up to, you don't even allow the sleeping dog to lie, and you rush straight to BBC to make yourself known, just like many of us that we used to call on radio now, this critical time, to make your voice known or to be recognized or for people to know that you are still in the struggle. But the things you are saying is not kind of in line with the instruction given by our leader or DOS. That many of us come out here, they will do this, they will do that. You will do those things. You could have started it. They said a stitch in time saves 9. The order has been given since 2015, and nothing has been done. And we come out right now to do this, say we do this, we do that. Let me just tell us right now, it is better. Now, now, you respect yourself and do your proper thinking. Comport yourself and do your composure very well before coming to the radio now, because what you said according to the law by the barristers or whatever people that said that the learned police, whatever thing you said now here will be put it onto you on the day that the day of reckoning, because we are not smiling. Our leader was not supposed to be rearrested now, but to all glory be to our Chukwuka Biama, because everything works together for good. But for his rearrest is to tell the zoo that those things that they refuse to amend, the things that they refuse to accept, they must accept it by fire, by thunder. Because if not, what they did yesterday was to kind of did what they called kangaroo judgment and threw our leader into jail, maybe a life imprisonment. I'll forget about him. But the hand of Chukwu Kabiama said no. That was the reason why they now restricted and now return him back to base of DSS or whatever thing they call themselves, and now to kind of prepare on 26 is to allow them. But whatever thing I want to say, the other thing I want to say right now is most of us that has an opportunity or that are opportune to know where our leader is should monitor what he eats, should monitor the kind of treatment they give to him. They should be very, very careful. They should not allow the zoo to inject anything or give him food or anything that is not properly checked or scrutinized. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mazi Ndewo. You have spoken a mouthful and eloquently for that matter. And we welcome that. That is very, very important for us to understand. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not just a child's play. He is an international citizen. He is the citizen of the world. He is a Biafran. And then, of course, when you deal with him, you need to know that you're dealing with a human being. He's not one of those that you will kidnap, abduct, and then, of course, throw him away, lock up the cell, and throw away the keys. He does not work like that. There will always be repercussion. That is very, very important. All right, let me go to Skype. We are almost coming to the end. Our time have exceeded, of course. We are actually going over with an hour or two. But let's see if we can take this call, and then, of course, we continue. Let me go to Skype. Caller on Skype, are you still there? Can you hear me? Caller on Skype. I see it is saying reconnecting. Caller on Skype, are you there? Caller on Skype. All right, let's do this. I don't know. Caller on Skype. Can you hear me, Mazi? Caller on Skype.
Good morning, Mazi Kechuku. I can hear
There,
you.
well, good morning from
Can you
here.
hear me?
Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mazi. My name is Chukwemeka Mabuzo. I'm calling from Italy. I want to thank you for your program and what you are doing. There are things I want to add to the. Many people have spoken so eloquently and so fine. So, in days like this, we must be courageous. I want to talk to IPOB worldwide, wherever we are. We take examples. Sometimes when I look upon the way the zoos respond, or the so-called harness on the ocean and there, or the Igbo Fulefus response on certain things, I challenge, I become in doubt of their educational status or whatever they have, they acquired. Sometimes they make reference, said, are you looking for Biafra? Can't you see, look at South Sudan, how they, after they got the independence, we have learned a lot to understand that we learn from people's mistakes. We correct our whatever we are doing, we take from people's mistakes. So if Biafra come, number one, it's not going to be like South Sudan, because we have to understand why they fell. The same thing I'm trying to say right now, Ambazonia leader is still in the prison, and Ambazonia is waxing strong, and they're moving forward. So do not despair, remain calm. I believe, never you believe what they are saying on their channel TV as usual, because a whole minister of justice come out and said they got Mazi Kanu with the expired passport 2013. That is, you want to prove that our leader is traveling with the expired passport, where he has renounced the zoo for a very long time. That is to show their stupidity and the idiocy they are. Carrying some set of animals, put them in the government, they have been misbehaving themselves. So another thing I want to make it clear, I want to send a clear message to those Igbo politicians and all these Ohanese and the Fully for them. If anything happened to Mazi Nandika, as Rabbi said, look, what happened in the what they call it, the NSAS, that's just a crack of joke. They will wipe away from the eastern region. Everybody will die, and let the Fulani come and take the land. They will just see what's happening within some few months ago. They have been calling for peace. They never see, just only unknown government, they have been begging for peace. When they see the whole IPOB march in the street with the cutlass, with everything they have, to meet them in their houses and their son and their children, I don't think there will be a hiding place for them. Even on this planet, there will be no hiding place for them. So they should be warned. Do everything. Let us settle this matter. All we want is referendum is the key. We decide, and that is where if the rest of the Biafran decide that we want to remain in Nigeria, so it be. But give us that right, because I learned one thing that a white man said on social media, was circulating on some few months ago. He said the structure of the world, how it was structured, is against sub-Saharan Africa. And that is to display somehow now that Europeans structure democracy and we are practicing it with them. But I think that democracy is winning them. If it is not winning them, now we are accusing them of being guilty. If not winning them, they should allow referendum for Biafra, because we have demanded for it. And the referendum for Britain, so they give us the chance to have our own referendum.
All right,
thank you, Mazi. In a few minutes after I will reach you, please, sir.
Well, thank you very much. Of course,
thank
we
you.
must continue.
God bless you. Thank you very much.
You too. Thank you very much. All right. I think I'm almost rounding up, taking the last calls for this morning. And then, of course, we will call it a day. Let me see if I've got a caller holding on WhatsApp before we round off. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Do I have a caller holding on WhatsApp?
Hear you.
Yes, you can hear me now, right? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? All right, I'm not sure. My dear, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. All right, I'm not sure what is happening, if you can hear me or not. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? For the last time, caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Nope. Unfortunately not. You cannot hear me. And then, of course, we must continue. Our time is practically up. But I think I will want to play this. Let me see. Let me see if I can play this audio, and then of course we will wrap it up this morning. Of course, after playing this audio, I will now summarize and get things sorted out. Let's play this.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Professor Femi Olufumilade. I'm a professor of international relations and strategic studies with special interest in conflict and security studies. I am passing this message across to President Muhammadu Buhari, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami. Both of them, we've been together for a long time as political allies in the days of the defunct CPC and even before then. And even though one is not part of those who can, take decision for the administration, one still feels that one should be able to intervene with pieces of advice when it is most needed. I want us not to view the arrest of Mazi and Kanu, leaders of Ipob, as a thing to gloat or rejoice over. Because I want to talk to you as an authority in conflict management, conflict resolution, conflict prevention now. And I'm putting on my cap of conflict prevention presently. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who was taken to custody, who later jumped bail, and now lately arrested, is not the same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of old. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in custody right now is one who embodies the hopes and aspirations of thousands, if not millions, of Igbo youths who are ready to follow him to any length. And we have seen how he's been able to magnetize them to himself. Whether you believe in the logic of the cause he is advocating for or not, the fact remains that he enjoys a huge followership that are consequential as far as peace and harmony, particularly in the southeastern part of Nigeria, is concerned. So I will want to plead with the authorities to be magnanimous in victory in quote, and to go beyond that to see how a window can be opened for dialogue, so that whatever the grievances of his followers are, you will be able to resolve it amicably. But if you stand on the ground that they are terrorists, they should be treated with iron hand, well, I'm not sure we are going to see an end to this anytime soon. Because from my observation of the type of crowd he attracts, it's quite electrifying, it's quite magnetic, and they are overwhelmingly large. And I don't see them just running back into their cocoon now simply because he's been arrested. So I would rather plead that the federal government uses this opportunity to portray itself as one that can apply what President Obasanjo called the stick and carrot approach, by saying, now, let us discuss what actually is your problem. I'm not talking of Nnamdi Kanu as a person, I'm talking about the collective of Igbo youths and Igbo senior citizens who are also quietly behind the scene, in support of the agitation by the Ipob members. And I'm not talking about this alone. I'm also talking about Yoruba youths and elders who are also rooting for Dudua nation. And they run into their millions too. You only need to take a look at the crowd they draw each time they go on the street to protest locally and even internationally. So if anyone sits in a comfort zone and say, these are charlatans, these people don't know what, they don't matter. Well, it's like postponing the evil day. Because the caliber of Yoruba people that I have seen coming out to protest locally and internationally include professors, lawyers, engineers, top medical doctors, some of them first-rate medical consultants. And I'm not talking of a dozen crowd or a couple of hundreds. I'm talking of thousands, particularly in Western nations. So, President Muhammadu Buhari, this is the time for you to put any form of inhibition aside and open a door for dialogue. Don't let any of your aid, any of your assistants make this an occasion for passing across provocative messages on the social media. See what has happened to NNAMDI Kanu. You, his followers, you will see what will become of you. That will be terribly counterproductive. And I am not a soothsayer. I'm not a member of Ipob, but I'm a social scientist and an observer of trends in Nigeria. And I know that the crowd I see that these guys pull, this NNAMDI Kanu pull, some of them are highly educated, sophisticated. The idea that they are all, illiterate traders is not true. Some of them are highly placed people. So we should not allow this to produce another form of Boko Haram. You know, Mohammed Yusuf was arrested too, similarly. And we don't know what happened. The next thing was to produce his corpse. And then it was like the end of Boko Haram had come. And then before you knew what was happening, an Abubakar Shekau was upon us. I don't want an Abubakar Shekau in the case of Ipob. I want whatever grievances Ipob members have to receive hearing at the presidential level. And after all, the Miyetti Allah, despite the atrocities its members are committing across the country, killing, maiming, destroying farms, and they keep talking and defending their people, they have not been taken to jail. Rather, the federal government is talking about reclaiming grazing routes for them. So in a way, federal government recognizes that they have some legitimate claims. And whether the method the president wanted to use to solve their problem is right or wrong, the fact remains that he gave them a hearing and he spoke in a way that will suit their nerves. Why can't President Buhari extend the same to all groups agitating? It's not just Ipob. In the east there you also have Masob before Ipob, and Masob is still there. In Yoruba land you have OPC and so many other groups that you don't even know exist. And then in the Middle Belt the same thing. And the South, of course, you know of the Avengers, you know of the various groups there. So people are unhappy. A lot of people are dissatisfied. And it's not limited to Middle Belt and the South, even in the North. It's not everybody that is an establishment person. It's not everybody that is happy, even with the Buhari administration. It's not every Fulani that is happy. Why can't we have a national dialogue? President Buhari, a stitch in time saves 9. God bless every lover of peace and progress listening to this.
All right, thank you very much. And of course, this is where we will leave it. I think one more call and then we are done. Caller on WhatsApp, let's see if you can hear me now for the last time. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Okay.
Please go ahead. Caller, go ahead if you can hear me.
Yes,
All right. I don't know what is going on there. I don't know who took the phone, if it's the children at home that took the phone to call me this morning. All right, Biafrans, this is where we will leave it. And of course, they say the word is enough for the wise. If you did not hear anything I said this morning, just understand that our leader is in the hands of the zoo government. He was abducted. Of course, it is unlawful. Yeah, the whole thing was illegal. But what you need to know, and that is what we know, is that our leader is in the custody of the Nigerian government. And then as we build up to the 26th of May, July, I beg your pardon, when he will appear in court, then of course you'll be getting all the information as they trickle in. We are waiting, of course, for the press relief that is coming from the DOS, and then of course that will explain everything we need to know, because that press release will be in collaboration with the information they will gather both from our attorneys on the ground, and then so we can get an in-depth knowledge of what happened and what is happening and what is going on. But for now, be resolute. Do not be deterred. This is freedom fighting. It's as simple as that. We have crossed the Rubicon. We have come to the point of no return. Returning or retreating is not an option at the moment. We must continue until we reach, our target. We must continue until Biafra is restored. It doesn't matter where our leader is at the moment. The bottom line is everything is intact. Systems are in place. Structures are in place. IPOB is intact. And therefore, trying to take advantage and say our leader is not there, let me do as I like, you are actually making a very big mistake, because the way we are structured this time around, such errors will not be allowed. There is no vacuum whatsoever. I can tell you that IPOB is intact. IBOB is well structured. From me, Mazi Kechukwonoha, it is goodbye. And trust me, I will see you again tomorrow. Yes, I will see you again tomorrow. Goodbye. May God bless our leader. May God protect him where he is. And may God bless Biafrans all around the world. Give us the courage. Give us the understanding that we may understand what freedom fight is all about. That we may understand that freedom fight is not a child's play. It is a serious business. For me, once again, it is goodbye. And together we all shall see Biafra.
Absolutely nothing. Nothing. I need them to understand this. We've crossed the Rubicon, the point of no return. There is nothing anybody can do. If I'm alive, if I'm dead, if I'm wherever I may be, Biafra will come. If I'm dead, it's even better, because it will come far more quicker. Can do about it. Absolutely nothing. I need them to understand this. We've crossed the Rubicon, the point of no return. There is nothing anybody can do. If I'm alive, if I'm dead, if I'm wherever I may be, Biafra will come. If I'm dead, it's even better, because it will come far more quicker. Can do about it. Absolutely nothing. I need them to understand this. We've crossed the Rubicon, the point of no return. There is nothing anybody can do. If I'm alive, if I'm dead, if I'm wherever I may be, Biafra will come. If I'm dead, it's even better, because it will come far more quicker.
All right, welcome to another live broadcast from Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi Peters. At this juncture, let us all pray. Let us pray.
Let us pray. Our Father in heaven, in the name of our Lord, the name of Chukwu Abiyama, the blessed King and the Creator of the heavens and the earth. Lord, we thank you this very day. We give you praise and we give you glory. We honor you because you are the Lord, the God who knows the end from the beginning, the one that began before the beginning began. Lord, we thank you graciously this morning for in hand to work out your wonders.
Father, we thank you. We give you glory. We hand over the restoration project which you started into your mighty hands. We thank you for your servant, our leader, Mazi NNAMDI'S. We know he is in your safe hands. It is even written that greater is you that is in us than the devil that is in the world. Father, we hand him over to you, and we ask that your hand will continue to be shield and protection, that he remain indestructible, he will remain invisible in the context, in the, oh God, gang up of the forces of darkness and the powers of the nigger area. Father, we thank you because already all the evil collaborators from the international communities and the British and all the Arab world, incidentally today is the 30th day, today remains the 30th day in the month of June 2021, and our prayer continues, and our prayer, the psalm we are using this day, we are going to continue with it, is Psalm 30. And I'm going to read a few verses and I will talk briefly on that. Psalm 30, I'm going to read from Amplified Version, few verses, and it reads, I will extol you, O Lord, for you have lifted me up and have not let my foes rejoice over me. In verse 2, O Lord my God, I cry to you and you have healed me. O Lord, in verse 3, you have brought my life, even the life of Biafrans, up from Sheol, even mega area, that is the dead place. You have kept us and the Mazi NNAMDI'S alive, that we should not go down to the pit or to the grave of the animal republic and to the Lucas and those that are jeering. Your saints, the Biafrans, the members of the indigenous people of Biafrans, we are singing unto you at the remembrance of your holy name. For your anger is but for a moment, but your favor is for a lifetime. Or in your favor there is life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. This is the word of Chukwu Biama. Thanks be to God. Biafrans all over the nations of the world. Biafrans all over the nations of the world, wherever you are, the hand of God is upon you. The hand of God is upon our leader, our amiable leader, our dogged leader, in the person of Mazi NNAMDI'S, and those that are working assiduously to restore the state of Biafra. Father, we thank you for wherever and what you are doing in the now. As it is written here, we will extol you. You only are God. You only are the one to be extolled. You are Lord. You have lifted the restoration of the state of Biafra before the international community, before the nations of the world. Even though before now they were jeering, they were mocking, they were doing all sorts of things, thinking that, oh God, you have forsaken us. But in this time, they have seen that you are actually on the lead, that you have been the leader all the while. Father, we thank you because we know that you are working wonders out of what is happening. Just like the scripture says, that in verse 4, it says, sing to the Lord, O you saints, sing to the Lord, O you Biafrans, and give thanks, because once we remember your name, you will do wonders. Therefore, all over the nations of the world, I want to thank God for your life. This is the time that we should be doing the needles. When the tough, when the going gets tough, the tough keep going. Dear friends, I charge you in the creator and the maker, the upholder and the sustainer. I want to charge you that it is time for you to be resolute. It is time for you to be dogged. It is time for you to bring out the lion of the tribe of Judah that is intrinsic in every Biafra. And all the members of IPOB working assiduously for the restoration of the state of Biafra. It is our time and it is our turn. And there's nothing any human.
Let us say amen to the prayer that our brother have offered this morning. Unfortunately, the line wasn't, the internet there is not performing well. That's why I don't like using this line when somebody's calling me on on WhatsApp. However, Let me see if he's coming back to conclude, because I wouldn't want him to. All right, welcome back, my brother. Just conclude your prayer, because that's what we get on this internet thing.
And even the land of Biafra. Pardon?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Okay. The land, even the land of Biafra, we are asking that the Janjaweeds and the wicked men and women across the globe should allow us to enjoy is the land God freely gave to us. It is legal, it is traditionally, it is godly, and we know that we cannot leave it in the hands of the wolf. I want to charge all Biafrans, wherever you are, whatever you do, this is the time. We know the antics of hell. We know the antics of these wicked people. And we know that already, that God has already spoken. And once he has spoken, twice we have heard, that power belongs unto him. At this junction, I want to charge us, wherever you are, this is the time you need to know that God has spoken once. And there is nothing any man, just nothing any man will do against our restoration and the restoration of the state of Biafra. I want to charge you for what is written in the book of the same Psalm 30, that is our psalm for the day, even this day, the 30th of the month, 30th day in the month of June 2021. I want to read it once again from verse 8. It says, "To you, O Lord, we called, and to the Lord we made our supplication. What profit is there in our blood if we go down to the pit? Will the dust praise you? Will it declare your faithfulness? Hear, O Lord, and be gracious to us, Biafrans. O Lord, be our helper, because we already know that you are our help." Biafrans, on this note, I want to charge you, I want to remind you that once God has spoken, twice we have heard. And in the days of his power, we are going to be willing, even as we are born, to serve and to worship the Lord. Because in the name of the Lord, I tell you the truth, victory is sure. The Bible said here, "Oh Lord, you are the one we called. We Biafrans called you, because we know that you are our creator, you are our sustainer, you are our upholder." And so on this note, I want to thank you for standing, and for standing firm and to standing firm. It doesn't matter the tirade of the wickedness, whether the wind and the storm, we must, go through and be victorious. God has never promised any man trouble-free world, but he has promised that in the contest, in the quest, and whatsoever, we are going to come out and we're going to come victoriously. This is true, as it is written in the book of Job, that when you are tried, you will come forth as gold. Dear friends, you want more than gold. Dear friends, you want more than gold. And I thank God for making us to come out more shiny than gold. On this note, I want to thank you. Wherever you are, remain resolute, remain on the course. Even the prayers that our leader has declared is ongoing in Biafra land, everywhere where Biafrans are found. I want to thank you, Mazi and Peters, and all the people that are making things to work for us to be heard in the nations of the world. No longer like the days past when the British, the allies of the Janjaweed, the Nigger area, the Animal Republic, blocked the world from hearing us. The world has had enough. We have made enough, a supplication to the world and to our God. So I want to thank you once again. I remain the Reverend Bube Chukwu of the state here in Biafra land. Remember, bless Mike Peters. I hand over to you. Thank you.
You say, thank you very much. We are so elevated. I'm so happy this morning, and I'm very, very glad that the situation of things is going according to plan by Chukwuka Abiyama. We can never be more grateful, honestly. You see, when it happened, people look at it like yesterday I was on air here. Somebody called me. Unfortunately, this is somebody who does not really call to talk on radio. So when I saw his call, I didn't want to pick it up. I wanted to wait until the end. And he called again and again and again. So at the end of the program, I called him and he said, "As he's talking in the market now, and the rest of them." I told him, "My dear, you are living there, I'm living here. I have not had any preview. I don't know what is going on, but later on, my dear brothers and sisters, I received, I can't just count them. I was so scared of picking up my phone because I couldn't do anything anymore. It was like, my private line is on radio line, so people don't really care whether I was on air or not. They keep calling and calling and calling. But you know what? All to the glory of Chukwuokike Abiyama. We shall see the end. We always see, if those of you who have the spiritual eye will see the end in the beginning. I'm telling you the truth. And when you're running a cycle, you discover that the closest place to the beginning is the end. That's the nearest place. It's just a little shift. So when you look at it, I have a niece who called me yesterday. She's one of those kind of girls that I call her a girl. She's a woman. She's actually a woman. And I use that word girl because I'm very close to her. This was a baby that I picked up. So my love for her remained undeniably because we are so close, very, very close. And she called me yesterday. She was all over the place talking. For hours we were on the phone. She would let go. She kept talking. What do you say, my dear? You're talking from the perspective of the physical. Those of us who are in the spiritual, those of us who are in the spirit, we have seen the end in the beginning. And there's nothing anybody could stop our quest. Believe me sincerely. Our leader himself made a few comments. Die today, die tomorrow. What difference does it make for me? I know Biafra will come. We have reached the point of Rubicon. That is the major talk. This morning, somebody just sent me a press release by Dr. Cho Ayoba, Ambazonian activist, the leader of the Ambazonian people. He made a press release this morning, and I'm going to read it all its entirety. Fellow Ambazonians, IPOB has confirmed the abduction of its leader, Mazi Kanu. I am following the development situation and will make a comprehensive statement in days ahead. The Biafran people must remain steadfast in their quest for self-preservation and the actualization of their nation. They must know that genocide before did not destroy the dream. Political annexation did not kill the hopes of the millions of Biafrans to exist as a free people. The government in Abuja is building a legacy of kidnapping and rendition. It began with Ambazonians illegally kidnapped and unlawfully transferred to a third country, the Cameroon. Today, it is the leader of the Biafrans. This is a dark page for Biafrans, Nigerians, and indeed the sub-region. The government in Abuja must come to the realization that abduction and rendition of leaders has never addressed the reason that have compelled peoples to act in defiance of tyranny and oppression. Let's see. Let me keep reading it. I think I just missed up. Okay, the government in Abuja must come to the realization that abduction and redemption of leaders has never addressed the reason that they compelled peoples to act in defiance of tyranny and oppression. During these dark moments in the life of Biafrans, I call on all of you to pray for Mazi Kanu and his honor, and millions of others like him. Rededicate your efforts to the liberation of your homeland. Dr. Cho Ayoba. Thank you very much, sir, and that was a very good press release, and I love it very much. Now I'm talking to you, my brothers. Nothing shele. Nothing, it's quite a nothing. Onyishi. Yesterday I was going through Facebook and I saw so many things. Something was like he's wearing Fendi. This is the first time I'm hearing a dress called Fendi. Oh my God. People are just so mean and so idiotic. Fendi, aqua, material things. That is why the country is the way it is. You live this. You live the substance. You live what you're going to talk about. You are talking about something that's not relevant at all, and the world is watching. It's Facebook. They will be like, "What's wrong with these black guys? These guys are idiots." Of course, the only person that tells us that we're idiots and he says he bold is Mazi Kanu. The rest will take it under their breath. Yeah, because you're not hitting the substance. I have no details. Don't call me this morning and ask me the details about the arrest because I don't know. Whatever I see is what you have seen on Facebook. Yes. The only thing I am saying is that thank God. Thank God. You know, in life there's something they call interval. The interval, there's always interval in everything you're doing. Even in music, those of you who are musicians that play the keyboard, you know, vibrations run to a certain point and there's an interval. There's an interval at the beginning, which is not very strong, but the one in the middle, that is the interval. That's the beginning. That's where you have to change. That's where you have to add something. That's where you have to add if you know how. When you start something, when you get to the interval, add some energy there. We call it obstacle. It looks like an obstacle, but no, that is a point where you know that change is possible at this point. So you add the energy. If you don't add the energy, this vibration goes back to the beginning. So you see you're running in a cycle. You want to start something, you start at the top. When it gets to the first energy, like I said, the nature provides the first one, but the second one has to be provided by you. If I know about sacrifice, that's what they call it. People call it sacrifice. Yeah, sacrifice. That is when you're going through fire. For those who understand what I'm talking, I'm talking in parables now. You got to listen to it very, very closely. The first energy, the first do, the first music that hits the keyboard, that's the do, the beginning. There's an interval before that. But that interval, do, si, when you come to do, re, or what, let's say do, si, or do, re, or whatever, there's an interval in there. That interval is provided by nature. Naturally, nature will let it pass. But when it goes to mi, fa, there's another interval. For those of you who play music, you understand what I'm talking about. That interval, that is the point. That is the point where the energy that whatever you want to achieve comes in. So Nnamdi Kanu has gone to that interval. The energy is going to add is this prison sentence because now they're going to be messed up. He discovered that when he started IPOB, the first interval came in when they foolishly arrested him. And that interval, what did it do to us? It took us out of this running around in a cycle to a point. But the point where we have gotten to, you see, it's going back to the second cycle. It's going to get another interval. And this one is going to take us out of what we are doing. Get us to the end of what we are doing. I want you to listen to it very closely. The energy there. Nothing bad is going to come out of this. Before God, man, I know it in my soul, in my heart, in my brain, in my spirit. I feel it. We are at the end of our journey, my brothers. We have come to the end of this long journey. And it's deserved. The ignorance will not see it. They'll be out there crying, nothing can go, no problem. I say, Megan, I go a mile. In the end, I go a mile. So we are going to talk about just about everything this morning. When I open up the line, give me a shot. Do you see the prayer? I call the pastor to please say a prayer for us. I am not a very good prayerful person because you know why I don't pray most of the time. When I say things, I will be misunderstood. Like what I'm saying right now, talking about interval and sacrifice. Sacrifice doesn't mean killing of animals or killing anybody. No. Sacrifice means negating yourself. When you say you are fasting, it's fasting. How does sacrifice go? If you understand what sacrifice is all about, you know that fasting. Not that when you don't see food. Person will not get money buy food is not fasting. Person that is fasting is somebody who deliberately decides not to eat. He has the money to take care of himself. So that is sacrifice. Sacrifice can come in every shape and form. You don't have to be fasting alone. If you are an executive and you think you are too much, and one day you just decide to pick up the broom, go to the street and clean the street, go to medical where people are sick and help bath them and do some laborious job for them, you are making a sacrifice. There are times you do it. You don't do it all the time. Those of them who are pastors, who call themselves pastors, that know what they are doing anyway, not just answering pastors by name, knows that you just can't wake up and start fasting. You have to check your time. Check when you are at the interval. When the interval comes in, because if you don't do it, then you have to wait for another interval. You go around in a cycle. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is under divine guidance. Believe me sincerely. Nothing happened to him by accident. Surprise, surprise. Remember that the first time, like I wasn't a member of IPOB at the time. The first night I was listening, I was an ardent listener of Radio Biafra because my brother introduced me. So I became addicted to it. I was listening. A couple of days before he went to Nigeria the first time that they got him arrested, he made it clear in the air that he's going to go to Nigeria because there was somebody who called and was insisting, why can you be outside and be known? Now he went to Nigeria. How did they trace where he was? The man set himself up for them to pick up or set up, or set her up, they fall. They are falling again for another one. Trust me. Just quote me. Take this information to the bank. We shall see it in the end. Let me not dwell too much on this, but what I want you to understand is that in the point in life, vibrations will move to a certain point, and when it gets there, there's an interval. You have to put an energy in there. If you're a musician, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you play keyboard, you know that vibrations don't run smooth all through to the end. Otherwise, it goes back. At the interval, if you don't put any energy there, it will go back to where it started. You'll be running around in a cycle. That's why you start something, you never finish it. You are running around. What you need to know is where is the interval. If you are a prayerful person and you get to the interval, that's the point of exchange. That's where you move ahead. That's where you rise. So don't be afraid of it. You know, people say, "Oh, my life is so bad. God is messing me up." God, no. God is not messing you up. God is giving you the opportunity to grow. But you miss that point because you're crying over your misfortune rather than taking advantage of that interval. Taking that sacrifice, whatever you're doing, whatever is happening to you, and you take it at that point that this is a way, this is a trick, and this is where God wants me to do to move my life, to change. It's a point of change. The point. So many names can be used about it. So we know these things is true. Let us not brood over anything. Keep your eyes on the ball. Biafra is here. There is nothing any living person can do about this. We have gotten to a point of Rubicon. Our leader used that word. I'm just quoting him. I don't know what that word actually means. I've never gone to my dictionary to find out, but it does not really matter. What matters, he's trying to say, is that we have gotten to where we are going. Biafra and Atago. There is nothing anybody can do. Nobody can stop what is happening. So unfortunately for them, they will try, but they will always fail. Honestly, this is an advice I'm giving to all our brothers to make sure they stay fast. I'm going to open up the line any minute from now for you to make your calls. I know all of you, the lines, people are even already trying to call. What are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about our leader. We'll talk about the progress that we are making, because if I'm a now, we call it shock. The shock is a shock for good. The thing is moving to that point of shock. He knew it. He told them, I die today, die tomorrow. It doesn't mean anything. We have gotten to the point of Rubicon. There must be Biafra. Biafra is already here and he knows what he's talking about. Biafra and Atagonu. I'm dancing. And I hope all of you are doing the same thing with me. And I know some people are already calling and wanting to interrupt my dance, but I refuse to pick up. But now the line is open officially for 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984. 4 plus 1 929 9953. That's the line for the principal officers and the ladies. We don't fail to thank our ESN, thank our people, these people that are giving us sleep, and that they should continue with their work diligently. Nothing shelley. Our leader is on the interval, and the interval, he has already told us there is nothing that they can do about what is going on. It's the handiwork of Chukwuokika Biama is completely in control. We are saying thank you to ESN. Principal Officers line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Mazi Peters. Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Peters.
You're the first caller.
Mazi,
make it very brief, please. I say you are.
Yeah, Mazi, I will do as much as I can, because you see what is going on today. Mazi, I want to say something. It's my personal request. Please, if it's possible, I know you don't normally take one person call twice or 2 times. Please, this is the time. We that you don't know what I'm doing, but what I want to say here, please allow us to, even if we get information what is going on, please allow us to call even more than 2 times, please, if it's possible. Now, that is for the beginning. Mazi, allow me to appreciate you in the Mazi NNAMDI Kanu, and I will tell you what is going on. Allow me to appreciate him because it's our Excellency, Mazi NNAMDI Kanu. I say may his days belong on this earth. Long live Mazi NNAMDI Kanu. Long live IPOB. Long live United States of Biafra. And also Mazi, long live ESM. Mazi, you see what is going on. Biafra, we have to rejoice. There's no shaking. Our leader have said it. We have crossed the Rubicon. There's no going back. We have gone to point of no return. And nothing, I say nothing will stop us. Mazi, you see the rumor that's going on that our leader have been arrested by Interpol or by collaboration of Nigerian police and this is not true. Mazi, what happened is this. Because we are, you don't know what type of job. Our brother said, what happened is this. Our leader has said it. He said, I will be in forefront of this fight. I will not be back. I will not be outside to fight this war. I will be there in Biafra land to fight this war. And we have do it. People have seen it. People have seen it. And let me remind Biafra once again. Biafra, you should remain calm. There's no shakeable. Nothing is happening. Our leader will be free very soon. One of our prophets, our prophet said it. Prophet Elijah, that is his name, major prophet. He says our leader will return country. How? We don't know. But he said it, I think 2 months ago, or month ago. Prophet Elijah said it, the major prophet. That Mazi NNAMDI Kanu will return to that zoo. How? You don't know. But the negotiation will begin going on after our leader returns. They will arrest him, but the negotiation will start. After the negotiation, the people of Biafra will not agree. And what is the way out? They will give us our freedom. And that's the way we are heading to. So Biafra, nothing shaking. And when we are in the forefront. Mazi, do you know that when they arrest our leader, the DSS don't want to make it publicly. They want to hide it so that when they ask now for a leader, they will say they don't know anything about him. They don't hold him. But thank God today is publicly. And the world have known that our leader is in their hand. The world have known that our leader is the hand of the federal government of Nigeria. So we are counting on them. We will not say they don't know all about of him. We know that it's in their hand. Our leader said, after this fight, the hell will lose this year. And this year, the hell is going to lose. Let me tell you the one thing. It's not threat. Our leader, they have arranged him to be on court July 23 or 24th. If they fail not to give our leader fair trial, my brother, what they will see, they will not believe it. Mazi Peters, I'm not here to waste your time. I'm here to tell you what happened. They did not arrest our leader through Interpol. They did not arrest our leader through collaboration. Our leader decided to go home. And on his way going home, Mazi, he go through Kenya. Through Kenya. Mazi, we hear the information later. I don't want to explain what is going on. Mazi on the ground. Mazi, don't know why I never call for a while. Mazi, we will see how far it goes. We on the ground. Allow us to be called every time we have information to pass to our Biafrans, IPOB particularly, so everybody will remain calm, nothing shaking, and we remain. God is in our side. Mazi, thanks for having me, and God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir.
About making the second call, I wouldn't make any promises because there are so many people that want to talk. We give people opportunity, even if it's not on Radio Biafra USA 2. You can move on to the other platforms and continue with where you stopped because it's a continuous process. The fact that I get up from my seat doesn't mean that Radio Biafra is not talking anymore. No. Alozie is coming in. Biafra land is coming in. South Africa is there. The Israel is there. So there are many. Everybody's talking. What you need to do is, whatever information that you have, if opportunity calls, I don't like people calling twice. Do you know why? Because every day on this broadcast we miss about 800 800 calls, believe me sincerely. People try to call in, they're trying and they get frustrated, and it's very frustrating. And so when you call one time and you have any information, just pass it on. We'll take it, gladly take it, and that's what we are here for. Honestly, we are here to let you do your talking. And have another call coming in on Signal this morning. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Doctor. Yes, sir. Good morning, Dr. Peters. Thank you for your program this morning, and I thank you for your intro. Number one, I am so elated. I am happy.
Yes.
That we've come to this point, because this is the beginning of the end.
That's right.
Because you see, one thing I'm glad you caution people. Please, and I say please, can we stop just coming to theorize on what happened or what didn't happen until we hear from the authority?
That's
a
right.
member of DOS might come and address us when it is necessary.
Yes.
We have not had anything from them. So please, I will advise everybody to kindly get away from
theorizing.
Yeah. Rather, what we need now is an inspirational speeches. And let me tell you something, my brother. Ever since yesterday, like you said, I'm not shaking. No. And nobody should shake, because you know what? One thing is very certain: we are seeing the end of this thing, and because this struggle has to come to an end.
Yes,
you understand. What we're going to see now is just nothing but in a period of negotiations. And I've been listening to people talking, both Yorubas and the lots of them. You see that everybody is saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Anybody who thinks that Kanu, such a huge personality, can just be brought to Nigeria without prior arrangements and conditions that will go with what the world feels is, the right thing to do, and his life is going to be guaranteed. I heard yesterday that he was given a bail with condition. He said, no, I'm not accepting any condition with bail. You see, but all these things, we should just exercise our patience. But all I know is this: we are coming to the end of this struggle.
That's it.
And everybody knows that with what is going on in Nigeria, this is not a time of prosecution. This is not a time of trying to punish this or punish that. Everybody knows how strong IPOB is. We're in alliance with the Ambazonians. Our men are training with the Yoruba Defense Force. So, I mean, everybody knows that, since Buhari, so-called Buhari, kept quiet, why immediately it comes out, you see the thing have changed. You said it right. And the analogy with music.
Yeah.
The second wave has come in.
That's right.
And there's no doubt that this thing is coming to an end. We should be happy. I said it before the end of this year, even before the end of this year or the next 3 months, you'll see something is going to happen. But one thing is guaranteed: Nigeria is never going to be the same anymore.
Never.
Thank you, Dr. Peters, and keep up the good work.
Thank you,
God
sir.
bless.
God bless you. All right. Thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls. Call us in and tell us your mind. Let's not theorize too much. Important thing for me, as far as I know, is that Biafra is here already. There's nothing anybody can do about it. Call on straight line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. If you turn down your radio, please. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mazi Peter, for your encouragement. Every day on the line, Mazi Peter, may bless you.
Bless
and
you
guide
too.
and protect your family for you.
There we go. Thank you.
Mazi Peter, I want to use this opportunity to advise our brothers and sisters in this struggle. Because since yesterday, I see a lot of people have been a lot of people are shaking. But me, I know that Mazi cannot do stupid things. Mazi knows what he's doing, and we are solidly behind Mazi. We are solidly behind Mazi. Now I want to use the opportunity to advise the Britain. If the Britain feel that is going to use our oil to intimidate us or use our resources to intimidate us, it's not going to work. Why? Because Britain is a very small place, and we are going to bomb there. Not even bomb Nigeria. We're going to bomb Britain. Yeah, we want to bomb Britain. And if care is not taken, the whole war, this war they are looking for is going to be a world war. The first world war is going to be a world war, because any country that will see a British man is going to be a problem. We'll keep on killing any British man we see and going to prison, no problem.
No, I don't think. I don't think that such an advice is welcomed on Radio Biafra USA too. We're not killing anybody. We're looking for our independence, our freedom. They might look like they are our enemies. We don't. The British people. We don't have anything against them. The government is the one that is doing it. Just like they are doing it in the zoo. Every single person in Nigeria is not an enemy. It's just the government, because who are being oppressed are the people. So I want to correct that impression. We are not killing anybody. We are not have nothing against the British man. No, absolutely.
Okay, Mazi appetite. Okay, Mazi appetite. Thank you very much.
There we go.
Then another thing I want to advise my fellow Biafrans here in Hong Kong, please, we should try to make an effort to contribute on the ESN. I beg each and every one of you. We need to contribute to ESN. Contribute to ESN so that our struggle can keep on continuing. Please, each and every one of you, we must have to contribute to ESN.
Thank you so much.
And the place our due. Thank you, Mazi, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. All right, I have another one coming on Signal. Let me take this one. Caller on Signal. Good morning. Call on Signal. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Please turn down your radio.
Dr. Agnes, how are you, sir?
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Morning. Oh, no. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. The world is listening.
Oh, sorry. Okay, thank you very much, Mazi. I'm your brother Chidera. I'm calling from my location. Mazi, I don't have much to tell you now, but in my humble request, these people called themselves Nigeria government. They must know that Nnamdi Kanu is not leading a cow like them. Nnamdi Kanu is leading a Biafrans, a movement. And whatever they say happens and how it happens, we don't know. My personal request to them, they should allow our leader to address us, even if it's a 5 minutes. Doesn't matter where he is. Abuja, if they say he's with them in Abuja, they should give him a phone, let him come up on a Facebook page or call it and say, my people, I'm here. And you people should just come, all things in order. We cannot take that somebody just say. We cannot just take that all those rubbish, Ruben Abati and the rest of them are talking. He was arrested in Brazil with a woman. He was entangled with the money in one of the Africa countries. Nnamdi Kanu is now a tax collector that goes after money. Those rubbish IPTAs, let them give him phone to talk to us. Simple as that. God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. The point is that you must always talk about woman. Do you understand one thing? When you check the great men in the world, my wife, yesterday we were talking, my wife said, why are these men always talking about man and woman? I said, because they are so stupid. They are very, very silly and so stupid and so, as soon as they say they find him with a woman, everybody was there, yeah. Nnamdi Kanu is a married man, so what do they want to do? They want to make sure that his wife goes around and say, you see, he's going about. But God gives people what they want. I've heard it before. I've heard this kind of story over and over and over. I know how many years I've lived in this world. So when things like these people talk about it, it's not a new thing. They found him in Brazil. They found him in Japan with a woman. So I find him with a man. I'm very happy they don't even tell us that they find him sleeping with another man, because that would make even more sense to me. All right, I have a call. Let me take this one. Caller on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Welcome to the program. Yes, stay on the line. Don't go away. Let me stop this noise that is coming from. Let's see. Too many people are trying to talk this and I am trying my very best to make sure that I end this noise. Unfortunately, I can't even find
Your call cannot be completed.
All right, there's a noise coming here. I don't even know. Are you still on the line?
I'm here, Mazi.
All right,
can you hear me?
Go ahead. I can hear you loud and clear. Don't mind the noise. Go ahead, sir.
Mazi, thank you very much. Good morning from here. My name is Chinua Kweze. I say good morning to Biafrans, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. I say may Chukwu Kabiama continue to guide us in this our effort to restore Biafra. Mazi, this moment in our time in this struggle is a very remarkable moment.
Yes.
And I want to make an appeal. Now you have the microphone and you have the platform. Please, I would like you to control the content that is coming into your broadcast.
Yes.
Because people should not cast us in the light of offensive. We are defensive in this moment and every time in this our struggle. So we should not be seen to be people of violence. We are very peaceful people who are looking for our freedom. And we have been doing it in the peaceful way in support with the laws of the international relations. Now, Mazi, you made something about Rubicon, which our leader has been using most often.
Yes.
When somebody say we have crossed the Rubicon, it refers to any individual or group committing itself to irrevocably to a risk or revolutionary course of action. The underlying word there is irrevocably. It means that we are not going back.
Yes.
We as volunteers cross a bridge to a place or to an enemy territory, for instance, and we decide to look back and burn that bridge. That bridge is the only access that will take us back.
Yes.
And the moment we burn that bridge, it means that we are not going back.
That's right.
Mazi, I want to admonish our fellow comrades. I don't know the reason people joined IPOB, but I believe that our leader and some of us joined IPOB because we know that we are going to get our freedom. And in a bid to get our freedom, there are 3 places that we can always find ourselves at every point in time. If we follow the due process and if we really determine to do what we want to do to get our freedom. Number 1 is it's either you are in prison, you are in a foreign land, or you are in the grave.
That's right.
So when of the news that our leader was arrested and is in custody, my mind told me, yes, our leader wants to put more pressure in this struggle.
That's right.
Because we have been doing all sorts of things necessary for international countries, for other countries to get attention of what we are doing, and rightly so they have gotten it. Now, the last pressure that our leader needs to put is to prove that every allegation alleged against IPOB cannot be founded in any court of law. That is why he is in Nigeria, and that is why he was intercepted and arrested. Now, my admonition to Biafrans is that we must, at this point in time, increase our heat. You know, when you go on hunting, the only thing that can force a rabbit out of the hole is heat.
That's right.
We must increase our heat wherever we are. And I will encourage, as much as we are waiting for our DOS to make an announcement, an official statement, you know, very soon it's going to get to 24 hours, and we're expecting them to do that. We expect that everybody, all Biafrans, especially those in diaspora, should be warming up for a protest that will shake the entire world simultaneously. We should be warming up. If you don't have a Biafran flag, go and get one now.
Yes.
If you don't have a Biafran flag, go and get one, because our flag must fly on the mountain.
Yes.
The whole world must hear that a man of honor, a man that is fighting for an entire continent, has been arrested. As a matter of fact, the arrest of NNAMDI'S Kanu and the detention of NNAMDI'S Kanu means that over 75 million Biafrans are in custody. That is the way I see it.
Yes.
I was speaking to somebody yesterday, and I told them, look, if we all retire to our tent tonight and have our mind fixed wherever our leader is, it means that our leader is protected in the spirit of every Biafran all around the world.
Yes.
So, brothers and sisters, fellow Biafrans, the task, the onerous task of restoring Biafra has just begun the second phase. Pay your monthly dues, pay your ESN support, attend your meetings, do everything at an increased rate now. Go on the social media, preach this gospel to the entire world. We know that a man that is leading over 75 million people has been arrested and he needs to be free. His rights must be given to him. Mazi, I don't want to take most of your time, and I pray like usual, when you speak, may you speak wisdom. When we hear, may we not be only hearers, but also doers of the word. My name is Chinua Kweze. I love Biafra. Take it from me.
There, well, thank you so much, Chinua Kweze. Thank you so much for your call. All right, I have another call on the straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, sir. Mazi, Dr. I. Peter. Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Greetings to you, fellow Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, and lovers of freedom. The blessing of our Heavenly Father, Chukwu Okike Abiama, will continue to keep us moving forward. My name is Ugo, and I am calling from Enugu province, as you normally know. That is where I am normally called. See, it is time for that time for you, as all of you know. This is not time for you to panic. It is time for us to stand firm. And standing firm on the side of that truth. Who is that truth? The only truth we normally also known in this our own generation, our leader Mazi Kanu. The most honest person of our own time who speaks out in the face of even at the point of death. They stop killing my people. And that is the reason why all of you that doesn't love justice, I am urging you to repent, because evil normally return back to those that support it. So when it comes to the arrest of our leader by the zoo, let me say what I said yesterday. If the zoo happen to have our leader in their custody, as they said, I am telling them this is a very golden opportunity for you to treat him as a king, because he's our king that Chukwu Okike Abiama gave to us. At the same time, you have opportunity to negotiate. And what is that? We are demanding for the total freedom of our land. At the same time, if you want to know the truth, the indigenous people of Biafra, we are tired of being in Nigeria. You give opportunity for referendum. And anyone that says he wants to belong to Nigeria, let that person go to Nigeria. But for we need freedom. We want to be free in our own land. We are demanding for the total freedom of our land, and we are going to have it. And there is nothing you can do.
Hello, caller, are you still there? I don't know what happened to your line. Your line just went off. All right, I have another one calling in on. Caller, you can call us back when you're ready. Your line unfortunately went bare. I don't know what happened to it, so I'll take your call the second time. But this one is another call from a principal officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, my name is Mupachimezia. I'm the national PR of Ghana. I'm calling here from Ghana, from Ohajibima. Ohajibima is Sinimo province, Biafra land.
Welcome to the program.
As I'm here to encourage Biafra and my people that are back home, that we should not be discouraged, we should not be dismayed, we should buckle up, and we should, be focused on what we are doing. Like what our brother said, the one that called before Mazugo. Now is not the time of coming to Radio Biafra to be talking about doing this or doing that. When time comes, it's not by talking. When time comes, you come out and do what you want to do. But for now, we are in a defensive. What I'm saying, Biafra all over the world, let's remain resolute
our leader, nothing will happen to him. Elohim Chukwukabiyama will guide and protect him. Before they arrested him, Chukwukabiyama knows that he will be arrested again. Like what I'm telling people, they can never do him anything. If they will do him something, immediately they arrest him, they will do him something, they will kill him and hide it and say that they didn't arrest him. But as long as they didn't kill him, they keep him and they say they will bring him to court. That means it's in their custody. So Biafra, all we want to do is that we need to put more pressure. Those that are not in Twitter should go and open Twitter accounts. Those that are not in social media should enter social media, because now people will castigate, people will talk rubbish. Like what is saying that he carried a woman. What about Nigerian senators that are destroying Nigerian girls? What about it that is destroying Nigerian girls? Even Obete said, what about him that is destroying Nigerian girls? He said, if they get a call for their help, they will say he was sleep with me if I will help you. Is it not what they are doing in Nigeria? Is it not what the senators in Nigeria are doing? Is it not politicians in Nigeria are doing? So if Nnamdi Kanu, they say that he carried a woman and this, which we know that he didn't carry any woman. Even though he carried a woman, he's still our leader, he's our savior. Thunder polish all of them that are writing and saying rubbish against our leader. Mazi, I want to thank you for picking my call. I sign off from here. We are waiting for DOS to come and address. So thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. All right. Like I said before, you make all committee go the worst thing in the world. All of you are idiots. You are not grown yet. Just grow up, guys. They don't know that you plus bunch of idiots. I have a call straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, thank you so much. I didn't finish. I have to conclude.
Yes, go ahead.
So what I'm saying is that, the high level of intimidation and discrimination for people in Nigeria, we are saying we are okay with it and it's enough. You can never ever intimidate us again. And arresting our leader and saying all manner of nonsense, that he had this one, he had counted it, he committed this, that is your own. That is your own business. What we are demanding is what we are demanding. For one day, you have never looked for bandits. You have never looked for Boko Haram people, Fulani jihadists, Mietialas, and arrest them. They are snatching life out of people. They are killing people in Nigeria. They are the real people, terrorists that is causing mayhem. Anything happening in Nigeria today, these people I just mentioned today, that is the zoo government called Nigerian government, presidency. You are the people that cause it. So anyone that said, I want to be free, you have no right to intimidate that person. You have no right to kill that person. But you are doing it to Biafrans, and you want us to keep quiet. The reason why I'm saying this, if you have our leader, Mazi Kanu, in your custody, you are having a very golden opportunity to negotiate with him, because it's except adopting him, because you kidnapped him. I don't think we will allow him to come to you, because you people are very evil. So, but since you claim that you adopted him, I am saying the golden opportunity, you must treat him like a king he is. If anything happens to our leader Mazi Kanu, then we all will know whether we came to this world to intimidate and kill innocent people. That is our mission here in the Chukwukabiyama. The God that created heaven and earth doesn't allow it. That's the reason why the zoo is boiling in daily basis. It's better all of you to do the right thing. This is my little message to one of you that is here, the voice of the indigenous people of Biafra. We are not demanding for your land. We are demanding for our own land. Thank you so much, Mazi.
There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you for your call. Have another call. Oh, that call just dropped. I had a call from a signal. I was trying to come through. Let me take another call on signal. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello,
good morning. Welcome to the program.
Shalom, Wachineke. Daddy, you are hearing me, sir?
Yes, go
ahead.
You
hearing me?
You're loud and clear, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead. Make it as brief as you can.
No, sir. Exactly. Biafrans, I just want to encourage you, every one of us, for us to be, this is a time for us to be steadfast and stand strong
and show solidarity and our support. Just, in fact, this is the beginning and the end of our struggle. And I want to every one of us to have in mind that our leader have prophesied all these things. Even last year, is it not? Let me just say few days ago, he told us that starting from the fasting and prayer, reading of the Psalms from 1 to 150. Also, we cannot even we can't finish it. Things will start happening. We'll see what will happen. And upon that, he said that he's coming back home and he's going to lead this struggle from the front. So all these things is science. I know how emotional it is for us because we quickly feel so emotional about him, of course, and coupled with the arrest. That is understandable. But let us remember what he said. Let us remember his prophecies. This is what is coming to pass now. This is what is happening. And this thing recall my mind. I begin to reason: does this thing that occurred now have something to do with the invention of our leader's lawyer, Barrister Jofo, in order to because they know that very man is the serpent and the one that holds their secret. Does it connect to this? But nevertheless, I want the zoo government to know that our leader they hold now, they just go and hold him illegally. It's not the same person that they hold in 2015 and the same person in 2016. This is a new different man now in 2021, and he have millions monsters that is following him at the back. So we need to make things. We need to shake this earth. We need to shake this earth now. This is not time to be weeping because this is the expected time. No, sir, he has finished the journey. I face his end there face to face now. Can he end there at once? And that is what he went into. Let's settle the whole thing once and for all. So that is the journey. And he can never do anything outside God's instruction. So Elohim is in charge. He is away. And the Most High God will guide him with his spirit. And there's nothing will happen to him. So we will march out victoriously. So let us stand firm and show some solidarity and march out everywhere we are in the world and let them know that the time has come. I do not read and only live will be worldwide.
Well, thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541 for 845-344-7984. That's the WhatsApp line, and +1 929-406-9953. That's the line for the principal officers. And the ladies, I have a call that is coming in on Signal. Call on Signal. Are you there? Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Call on Signal. Are you there? Still there? Waiting for your call. Good morning from here. Caller, good morning from here. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Tell us your story. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon from here. Mazi Peters. This is Rabbi Charles. I'm speaking from my location. Good day, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Well, thank you very much. Just want to air my voice to speak to our people. But before then, I would just like to say good afternoon to Biafrans all over the world from here. Friends of Biafra, freedom lovers. I salute you. Our leader remains His Excellency Mazi Kanu. I salute you, our leader. Let me say this, Mazi. I am not here to theorize or to analyze anything. I am coming here once again to issue warning to Nigerian government. I know where our leader was arrested. He didn't travel to Nigeria. I don't know where the person got that information. They picked him against his will, and they didn't go according to the procedure of extraditing someone. They didn't go through that. It was just a illegal thing. They did it. I know the country. At the appropriate time, the country will come, but it's not Kenya, it's not Brazil. And they apprehended him and sent him back to Nigeria. And you know what Nigeria is all about. Anybody that is coming to say we are not, I am peaceful, but not when you apprehend my leader for no just reason. I won't remain peaceful. So Mazi, I came to
tell our people and to Nigerian government, if anything should happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu health-wise, while he is in their custody, I'm talking to DSS. If anything should happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu health-wise, if anything should happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in totality, his life, every governors in the eastern region and the traditional rulers there will go down. All of them will perish. Mazi, I'm not coming here to massage people's whatever intelligence whatsoever. That is not what I'm here for. I am not coming here to be political correct. We are peaceful people. I am peaceful, demanding my right. But when you come to do some illegal work, I will address you the way you can. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was safe and sound when he left. Nothing happened to him mentally. Nigeria have record of injecting people, killing people. They did it to Kensaro Wiwa. They did it to Moshood Abiola, MKO. Nigeria killed them. This is the record of Nigeria I'm reading to every listener listening to me. And at the appropriate time, the country that sent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the contraption called Nigeria will receive attention from Biafrans worldwide. I will release the name. If DOS doesn't have it, I have the name. I have the name of the country. I will release it, and Biafran will go there and do whatever we need to do there. Because if we don't address this thing, the nonsense will carry on. All the traditional rulers in southeast, all the governors in southeast, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released unconditionally, all of you will go down. Mazi, that is my statement in the world. Thank you.
There, well, thank you very much. All right, thank you so much for your call. I have another one coming in on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Please turn down your radio if you have a radio around you. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. There will.
Yeah, thank you, my own brother. I am calling from my location here in Cambodia. My name is Siriman Pastor Chris Wise. There is this very adage in our place that said, "Ose Mesena." That is what am I trying to figure out right now? The arrest or the kidnap or the incarcerations has been made. Now, as an intelligent people, which Kukabiama has given to us, we have to do our fact check and our fact findings. How come our leader's movement was leaked? How come that his movement was leaked, his locations was leaked, and whereabout of his locations was made known that leads to the arrest? So many questions right now is going to be asked, because Jonah entered into a boat that has a direction, a proper locations for an individuals that has paid, without knowing that Jonah has an auto in his life. Only him knew his ulterior motive, and he joined the bandwagon. At the middle of the sea, the ship could have been capsized if not the kind of exposure that God has exposed to him, and he now decided that we should throw him inside the river. Now, our leader has been moving around from country to country preaching the gospel of Chukwukabiama. How come the location was reviewed? Who breached the security of our leader? These are the main questions. If you are questioning the zoo and the country where our leader was apprehended, then this very security has to be checked, because if any high profile like our leader has to make a movement, there are some security checks and movements and check and balance before any movement has to be made. Then how come the leakage? This is what I have to say.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
There we go. All right. Everybody has entitlement to his own opinion about what is going on. The way I see it may not be the way you see it. That not necessarily mean that I'm always right and you're always wrong. No. I see the positive side in everything in life. I don't know. That's me. Some people don't like me because of that, because they say that you're always in denial. But the truth is that at the end of the journey, they always found out I wasn't being right. It didn't start today. I have that gift. It's not. I'm not just boasting about it. I know. I wouldn't be involved in IPOB if the end was not going to be nice. Trust me. God has never failed me. When I do something, I get into it and I do it to the end. I do it. I know I'm very conscious of everything that I do. I know consequences of things that I do. I see the end in the beginning. I see this thing that we're all talking now. Humans, we have the right to say what we want to say. But let me tell you something. Our leader, the little that I saw him, the little I had the opportunity, the privilege of getting in touch with him, this man is totally dependent on Chukwu Abiyama. No matter the kind of security you guys are talking about, not for Nnamdi Kanu. I remember an incident. We gave people to guide him when he came to New York. He was going to somewhere, and the protection. And the people that are guiding him were there thinking that they are guiding the house where he was. They saw the man coming out of McDonald's with his hamburger. That is the kind of person that he is. So let us look at this thing positively. Just see it. Pray over it. God will reveal it to you guys. Believe me. Oh, security breach. Oh, this, that breach. That's a story. The big security when why is Chukwu Abiyama. No matter the kind of fence you build in your house, if Chineke does not guard the house, you are wasting your time. I remember a brief story in Lagos where I visited somebody in Festac, and this man's house was like a prison yard with all the wire guards and the rods on the window and the doors and everything. Lo and behold, the day they robbed him. In fact, the person that told the story went to visit him in the morning at about 9 o'clock in the morning. When he came in there, they were all lying on the floor. And I said, he came in, just the door was open, and he just came in and said, the people were still covering their faces. Armed robbers had set into the house by 5 a.m. in the morning. It's a true story. They went there at 5 a.m. in the morning. The driver had come out. The houseboy had come out to wash the car outside. They put a gun on him, and then he went and opened the door for them. He just knocked on the door. Guy opened the door, and the armed robbers just boom, put some people on the ground with gun, and they robbed the house. And they left. The people were still lying on the floor. They thought they were still there. That's how the kind of fear that they had. The next day, his friend, this man told us his story. The man called all the welders. Say, remove all this nonsense gate. Because it's like the window was all metal and everything. And so, security-wise, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is totally dependent on Chukwu Abiyama. Trust me, he is. And in the end, the road might look rough. The way to get might look very rough. But in the end, they are always winning. You can't take the power from him. If he doesn't protect you, forget about who is God. It's okay. Though, buffet and the nature and the rest of them, it's all boo-boo. When it's going to happen, totally dependent on Chukwu Abiyama is always the best. And you know something? When they get people like that, when you are totally dependent on that spiritual guidance, and they take you somewhere, you look different. People there will be wondering, what is wrong with this man? He's so happy here. Oh yes. Because you see, he doesn't have any problem, because he just feels that whatever he is the guidance of that supernatural guidance that he has. That is where they have chosen to keep him for a while, so that he doesn't make a mistake. But we on the outside will look at it like everything. Every time they lock us up, it means evil. It is not evil. Honestly, go and ask some people. They will tell you that the best time they ever had in their life is when they are in jail. Because when you are in prison, the prisoner normally what he thinks about is how to get free, right? He doesn't think about rent. He doesn't think about now one outside. It's not his business. He's inside jail, so he cannot help you. You can call him and cry all you want that this is happening, but he is more with his God. Go and check all the preachers that most of them, they found God when they went to prison. They will not say it, but they find, why? Not because that is where God is, but that is where they have less problem. They have less problem, and then they devote their time to reading the Bible and all the rest of them. Onyisi is like that. Onyisi will never grow unless he's in seclusion. Believe me sincerely. That man, 7 days in that place that he is like elevation to the kingdom. It is not something. Let us stop speculating and saying what. It does not really matter how he got to where he came from. Let's not think about because when you look at those that aided his getting there, they are part of the process. But let us see it positively. That this Onyisi said, "I will be home. I will lead this in the front." So how is he going to come home? Just jump into Nigeria? No, it is a process. Whatever important is that he is home. Onatago, the man Onatago, he's back, and that means a new thing for us. We might be angry as normal humans. There's no doubt about it. But in the end, we will all laugh. We will all clap. Say, "Thank Chukwu Okike Abiama. You told us you're going to sleep in Nigeria and wake up the next day in Biafra." I'm still taking calls. Call me at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, +1 929-406-9953. I'll be talking. Well, if your line comes in, I'll pick it up. So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is that naturally as humans, there is nobody who doesn't have a bridge in his life. If that bridge comes in, naturally as a human being, you just feel that you are. I don't know if you have seen stories of people that went to, like, they want to travel, they go to motor park and they are having quarrel with somebody who took their seat, and after they're fighting and everything, the man finally so frustrated, he fights with the because he already paid for it, for the car, and they just threw his money at him, and then the car took off and he took another car. Before he got to his destination, he saw the other car, 13 people inside, all dead. So what do you do in a situation like that? You were fighting for somebody for throwing that money at you, but that person has saved your life for throwing that money at you. I have too many calls coming simultaneously. Let me take this one on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Mazi Peter.
Welcome to the program.
My name is Mazi Meka.
Mazi,
I thank you for your good work. I thank the callers. She went crazy. So much like your stories made this morning. And our brother Rapper Charles. Mazi, the only thing I want to advise, I want to tell this useless man in our land, what is called this man? It's a good man for this man, no. Chris Uba or what? That's Senator Uba. That's ranting on BBC. Please, Biafrans around the world, this is time for you people to just gather the locations of all these politicians' children in abroad. This is the time when this is their cooking, when they read, we have to have those locations where their children are. Thank you, Master. Let me drop it here.
There we thank you so much. All right, that was brief and nice. I like people to talk briefly, just go straight to your point and say what you want to say. So like I was saying, that we're still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 1929-406-9953. When you are stopped in certain ways in your life, don't feel very, very disgusted. Don't be very angry, because sometimes people stop you. Chukwu Okike Abiama takes control, stops you for a while, for a change, for a good positive change, and something that will save your life. I have a call on the same WhatsApp coming in. Call on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, Mazi. Good morning, dear friends. My name is Reverend Sister Obi, and I won't say my location, Maz. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay. So I want to use this opportunity to call all my brothers and sisters in religious life, the Reverend sisters and the Reverend fathers. This is the time for us to do the needful. Yes, our hearts has been broken since yesterday. We are restless, and then our peace gone since yesterday. But I want to call us to, we need to unite now in novena. We have to do 9 days novena for our leader. Now, wherever he is, let us send an angel Gabriel and Michael, all the host of angels, to guide him.
Yes.
So I want us to begin this prayer today. Reverend sisters and reverend brothers and seminarians, reverend fathers, all of us in this struggle, let us begin 9 days novena if you have the strength to do it midnight, I myself, I will do it at that time for our leader, so that within this period that God is testing our faith, we will use our prayers, our novena to sanctify him, to protect him. Now just give me 1 second to pray for our leader.
Yeah, go ahead.
God, our Father in heaven, the hour has come for you to glorify your name. Without you, we are nothing, but with you, we are everything. We are presenting Mazi Kanu to you at this point in time. Like you delivered Paul and Silas from the prison yard, you are going to do that again today. Biafrans, their hearts are broken, but we know that in everything you said we should give you honor and glory. So we are releasing anointing. We are releasing the spirit of guidance to go and guide Mazi Kanu. Whatever he will drink, whatever he will eat, that you will sanctify it, that no evil man or woman will come close to him. God, make him untouchable. God, make him a flame of fire, that whoever that is responsible for this, that God will use this process to bless Biafrans. We know that Biafra will come, but we don't want it to come in his absence. We want Mazi to be in good health, to enjoy the fruit of his labor. As for Biafra, we know it will come, but in his absence, our happiness, our joy will not be complete. So he needs to be alive. He needs to be healthy. Therefore, oh Lord our God, we pray that wherever Mazi is right now, begin to minister to him. Tell him that we love him so much. We do not care about any propaganda released about him. We do not care about that. We adore him. We love him so much. Let him know that we love him, protect him, and guide him for us until victory is rest assured for us. For this we pray in Jesus' name. Biafrans, remain calm, and God bless all of us.
Amen.
Mazi, thank you so much, and God bless you.
God bless you too, my sister. Ndewo, thank you so much. This is very good. This is very touchy. I feel the prayer, and I know we all feel it. Our Mazi will be guided by the Holy Spirit. And thank you very, very much. And for those of you who want to participate, that have listened to this program, she said it starts today. So the Reverend Fathers, the Reverend Sisters, Seminarians, please pray for our leader. And that's all we need. We need the energy. We need God to give him the strength to go through this. But I know that God does not abandon you. He gives you the power to do. If he gives you a job, he gives you the power to accomplish that job. And that is what our leader is doing today for each and every one of us. So let us take a call. Another call is coming on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, Mazi Ike Peters.
Welcome to the program.
This is Mazi Bernard. Yeah, this is Mazi Bernard. We're calling from my location. Mazi, I want to encourage Biafrans in a moment like this. You have said it all. It is not a time we should slack back. It is not a time we should slumber. It is not a time of murmuring. It is not a time of gossiping. Rather, it is a time that we should brace ourselves up. It is a time that we should realize that this man, Mazi Kanu, our leader, is not just a mere man. This man is God that ordained him, and he is working for Elohim. Before anything happens, God reveals it to him. On the 31st, when we started this prayer, that he said we must read from the book of Psalm 1 to 150. Every day we are going to read a particular chapter. And he said, we might not even finish reading it, and something will happen. He saw it. God has revealed everything to him. So I'm calling on the Biafrans, wherever you are, be resolute. Let us go to the social media, to Twitter. Let us tweet and let the world hear what is happening It is not a time to gossip because most of our people, we are good at that. This is a time to brace ourselves up. This is a time for us to go to the Twitter. Let us tweet and tell the world what is happening. Let us tell the world the illegal detention of our leader. Let us tell the world that what these people are doing is evil. I mean, Biafrans, let us rise up. The time it's now. I want to believe what we are seeing now, in the end, we are going to smile. In the end, we are going to laugh because it is going to turn to our own favor. Elohim is going to favor us. I also want to use this opportunity to pray for our leader wherever he is right now. Elohim, we pray that you will continue to protect your servant. Oyendu Mazi Kanu, you will be with him in the morning, at noon, at night. You will be with him. No plan of the enemy will succeed over his head. Your word said they will gather, but because their gathering is not of you, they will scatter. My Lord and my King, we pray, we commit your servant into your able case, and we pray, may any man that will go against your will to harm him, may such person never see the breaking of the day. May any ear that shall watch over him, that shall bring anything that is contrary to what we want, Father, may the eyes be blind. We pray, Elohim, that you will continue to protect your servant, and in the end, Biafra shall be liberated. We are going home, Biafrans. We are going home. Let us be resolute. We are going home. I saw our brothers, our sisters from the from River State when they were protesting this morning, when they were marching in their great numbers. I was shedding tears. I was shedding tears because we were in abroad, but these people are those taking bullets back home. I wept within me when I saw those men and women protesting today, 30th of June. So we that are in abroad, it is high time we rise up. It is high time we do the needful. Let us stop this attitude of gossiping. Mazi, may Elohim continue to bless you. All the job you guys are doing for us on the social media, under the microphone, you guys are sacrificing everything you can to see that Biafra comes. May Elohim continue to replenish in abundance to all of you. In Chukwu Kikaba, Biama's name I pray. He said.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls at 646 920 4541 845 344 7984 plus 1929 406 9953. I have another one coming in the same principal officer's line. Let me take this one. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you are calling from.
Good morning, sir. From here. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much for your good work and effort towards this cause, and all the media champions that make us proud every now and then. You guys are wonderful. I appreciate. Without taking much of our time, I just want to render my voice to encourage IPOBians worldwide. When I said IPOBians, I mean the die-hardcore IPOBians, because everybody seems to be an IPOB until proven. But there are those who are called for this purpose. If we are ardent followers of our leader, for example, there are some of us that has followed our leader since 2012 till date, without wavering, without shivering. And our leader has implanted in us the real seed of freedom fight. It is only when you are not an ardent follower, it is only when you are a fair weather family member or fair weather friend, that when something like this happens, you begin to shiver, you begin to panic. Of a truth, we are humans, we have feelings. Emotionally, we can feel it somehow, but indeed, it imbibes, and that tells us what freedom fight is all about. And him who we are following, being our leader, he is the master strategy. He has the plan. He has the remote to the zoo on his hand. And I can assure you that victory is ours. He did not just, everything that is happening is falling in place. And Chukwu Abiyama is taking us there. So there is no cause for alarm. Yes. I can assure you that at the end, Biafra shall be restored. Though every man with his own opinion, with his own feelings and emotional. But I can assure you, if you are that hardcore IPOB, a follower of our leader in truth and in all sincerity, and things like this happen, it calls for celebration. I can assure you that our leader is a man full of wisdom, a man that had the strategy to pull down the zoo. What happened in the past, he said he studied it, that we cannot make the same mistake over and again. And I can assure you that he is on the high move to correct the mistakes of the past, and at the end, Biafra shall come. I want to encourage us. It is not only calling on air, shouting what to do and what not to do. There are most of us that call on air that don't even attend family meetings. Most of us are only fair weather family friends, fair weather family members. This is the time to show your own support. Our leader said that without that you cannot have life. Like the general quote from our dear late father, Nelson Mandela, 3 plays for a freedom fighter. And our leader has paid almost all this price and keep paying it over and again because he has the grace of Chukwuka Abiyama on him, as you rightly put it. Nothing is can happen to him. People should stop exaggerating if anything. Are you praying for anything to happen to our leader? Are you asking Chukwuka Abiyama to harm him? Because no man on earth can harm him. So people should stop that aspect. We have overgone that. Even the zoo understood it themselves that they must trade with caution over our leader. So we don't panic about that. People should praise up. In every location where you are around the world, locate a family of IPOB and join. Contribute your quota. Our leader is doing his own as the man holding the mantle. Ours is to support him morally, financially, and otherwise. It's not enough to say, oh, I sympathize with IPOB. Oh, I do this, I do that. Those rejoicing, read them. The Bible said that their tears their joy shall later turn to tears, while our tears shall later turn to laughter. And that is this finalization of it all. I encourage us all to keep the fire burning. Our meeting coming up in 2 days' time, being on Friday here in Senegal. I am Mazi Chukwu, speaking from Dakar in Senegal. If you are not one of us or have not identified with us, this is the time. Though many are called, but few are chosen. And I salute the courage of those who are choosing to keep up the good fight. My prayer is that Chukwuka Abiyama should guide us that are genuinely following and fighting this cause with our leader. Because it is not easy. Like I said, I don't pray for our leader. If I have any need to intercede on his behalf before Chukwuka Abiyama, I'll go on my knees. I said, thank you, Chukwuka, for giving us a savior, a helper, a comforter in our own time. What am I going to pray on behalf of our leader that God has not imbibed in him? What am I going to remind God about our leader that is not already being fed in him? So I really thank God for giving us a savior and a helper in our time. And Chukwuka Abiyama, who brought him at this critical time, must only use him to fulfill this ministry. At the end, Biafra shall come. Thank you, sir, and God bless you. I leave it here.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, plus 19294069953. The line is still open, very much open for you to air your view. I allow you to air your view, but what I'm trying to say is unnecessary speculation is not very good for our thing, because what we are doing is freedom fighting, and we know that this is part of the process. It's a process. It's something that is going through. They used to say it when you get to crude oil. It has to be processed before it can be useful. Before you can turn it to kerosene, petrol, and all that, it has to go through a process, and that is part of the process that we are going through. Our leader is not by accident that he's there. That is where he's supposed to be at this time. And believe me sincerely, I have seen the end at the beginning, and we know that it is finally here, Biafra. All right, I have a call on straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Mazi, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. God bless you, Mazi. Good morning. My name again is Mazi Maimalugo Nyechaka. I am calling from the United States of America, precisely Washington, D.C. I am from Amibo in Olo. Amibo is the home of the tiger, and Amibo is the home of the Mazi. Thank you for all the good job you do for Biafra, and I thank God Almighty for Mazi Kanu. Yes, Mazi, I want to talk to the Biafrans, and I want to tell them that this is the appointed time. Believe me, we would have not been fighting this indefinitely. At least this in one day or one time, it have to come to stop. and it is coming to nearer because we are getting. He is in Nigeria now. That means that the thing is almost at the tail end. Most of the fight have been done. 95% was done outside. So that 100% he is there, and then he is going to face it, and let them tell us the crime that Nnamdi Kanu committed. That is what it's all about. We cannot stay outside the country, and be talking to them over the air. No, you got to be in front so that they will look at you eye to eye, and then tell you the crime you committed. What is the crime of Nnamdi Kanu? You have to ask every Nigerian child what is the crime of Nnamdi Kanu. Let everybody ask these people, the politicians who have locked him up, what is his crime? His crime is because you don't have employment. Unemployment for the people that have gone to university. You want to spend all the money, spend all the years, went to university, just do all the courses that you do with the hope that when you come out, you're going to get a good job. What do you get for that? Nothing. Only just to drive the kicking at it. That is it. That is the crime of Nnamdi Kanu. The crime of Nnamdi Kanu is nothing but look at the road, no good road. The crime of Nnamdi Kanu is since you were born in that country, there is no electricity. No electricity, and this is what Nnamdi Kanu was advocating for. Crime of Nnamdi Kanu is that a woman will do everything and then just raise the children. And by the time the life of the children is taken out, the children are killed either by the police or by the military in a country that's supposed to provide safety for you. That is the crime of Nnamdi Kanu. Crime of Nnamdi Kanu is the equity for everybody. That is the equality. Treat everybody equally. Crime of Nnamdi Kanu is stop looting the treasury of the country. Stop looting and then, scamming and taking all this. You are politicians. You are supposed to stay there and then provide, a playground for the children so that the children can be able just to walk and then have a good life, just like we are having in America. That is the only crime that Nnamdi Kanu committed. Nnamdi Kanu was not into this in order to enrich himself. Nnamdi Kanu have never done anything to accumulate the wealth. He don't have all this private jets, nothing. He's not accumulating any or building any, house or whatever. So his crime is that for it to be well with you, for it to be well with the Duduwa child, for it to be well with the Middle Belt child, for it to be well with the Hausa child, even for it to be well with the Fulani child and the Biafran children, so that the children will grow the way God have created them and have a good life like we have in other countries. This is the crime that man have committed. Tell me exactly why are they locking him up? Why is he talking? Why did he come up? That is what you say. Ask yourself. Ask yourself, you are an Duduwa person, a child in that contraction. You are an Hausa child. You are a Fulani child. Tell them, ask yourself, ask your mother, ask anybody that is your relative. What is it that Nnamdi Kanu is being locked up for? Nnamdi Kanu is locked up because he is confronting the power to be. The people that refuse your progress, the people that have sold your destiny for peanut, the people that have refused to release power to the young people, the people that think that everything belongs to them, the people that are, your killer. This is your nightmare that Nnamdi Kanu is confronting. And this is the reason why they are so scared. They want to lock him up and shut him up. They cannot shut him up. We can never let him shut up. They can't shut him up. We thank God Nnamdi Kanu is now in Nigeria. Whatever they can do, let them do. Let us see what that thing that they can do. Because let me tell you one thing, why you should not panic. Nnamdi Kanu is a citizen of Britain. I'm telling you, he is a British citizen. That is what you should understand. Nnamdi Kanu, internationally, they know exactly what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. Nnamdi Kanu, everybody knows what he is fighting for. So you don't have to be scared of what he can do to Nnamdi Kanu. If they are going to do anything to him, they better be ready. They better be ready because it's not only Biafran children that are going to do this fight. Even the Fulani children are going to rise up against them. The Hausa children are going to rise up against them. Even the Duduwa children, everybody is there. I'm telling you, because we are suffering, they are suffering in that country. How can you tell me that somebody from the southern Kaduna is going to live in a refugee camp? The mother is wiped out and then killed. How can you tell me that somebody from Niger, that is Niger Republic, or the Niger State, you go over there, they are killing them in the school, they are touching children and everything. And the only person that speaks for you is Nnamdi Kanu. Don't you know that? Who again have spoken against all this abduction of all the university students, who again have spoken against all the killing and then putting people in a refugee camp, who again have spoken about it, who again are talking about your good life. That is the man that have sacrificed his life. He sacrificed his comfort. He's supposed to live good in America or Britain, just enjoy himself like every other person is enjoying. But he take it upon himself that he have to go and fight this fight for you, and this is why he is being locked up. So let us watch them and see. because they don't know what is coming to them. So the only thing we have to do is just to watch them and let them play all this in the game they're playing, because this is the game. This is the way they want to compromise. They only really want to do this thing, so that we can bring it to an end. So the thing have come to the tail end. What you have to do is watch them and see the game they're going to play. So Mazi, thank you so much. And if you are here in America, I am still calling upon you that you have to do the needful. You have to rise up. If you are here in abroad, you have to rise up, because this is that time. Nnamdi Kanu have done his own part. Now it is left for you to do your own part. If you have seen the plight of your people back home, how children are being killed, there is no hospital. The thing that kill you is something that kill an animal. If you are still here and then you are happy with the way your people are feeling back home, then you can go ahead and play game. But if you have decided that you have to change your mind, you have been here, you have experienced all the good luck that you have in America here. You have seen how the government is supposed to run. And then if you are happy the way Nigeria is, then go ahead. But if you are not, I want you to stand up now. Stand up and come out, because we are going to come out in mass to protest and do the right thing. Nigeria now, there are going to be a lot of changes in Nigeria. So believe me, thank God they have done this, and this is what we have been waiting, and this is what Nnamdi Kanu has been waiting for. Nnamdi Kanu have told you that he'll be waiting for them to, come and get him and lock him up and tell him exactly the crime that he committed. We thank God that everything is happening, and then it is happening, according to the plan of God. So Mazi, thank you, and God bless you.
God bless you too. All right. Thank you very much for your call. Like I said before, our leader, it's preview. Everything he is doing is under control of Chukwu Okike Abiama. He is not going to make any mistake. Whatever happens, that's the way Chukwu Okike Abiama designed it to happen, and that's the way it has happened. Just means, because when you look at it, we turn around in a cycle. We have gotten to the second level of our struggle. That's where the naturally the interval comes in, and this interval will take us to the end of what we are doing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the right hands. There is nothing anybody can do to him that Chukwu Okike Abiama does not coincide with. You cannot really do anything to him unless you are authorized to do it. Jesus Christ was crucified. God was there. The Father was there watching, and he allowed his son to give up his life, put him out in the cross. Do you think he couldn't have had the power to bring himself down? Then no, he has to make that sacrifice. He's part of the process. Today we revere him all over the world as the Son of God. If he had jumped down from that cross, believe me sincerely, he will end up like everybody else. So what we are saying in a nutshell is that Biafra is here to stay. That's my own take on this whole thing. And no matter what they do, we are going to get to our destination very, very soon, quicker than we thought. This is Radio Biafra. I'm taking a short break, and I'll be right back.
Land of the rising sun, John Levine, my originality. Land of the rising sun, Biafra. Land of the rising sun, Biafra. My home, my fatherland. Land of the rising sun, Biafra, my home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle, great Biafran people. We're taking it to idol worship, and we lost the faith of our God. And as we wallowed in idol worship, the British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting your people. Trading by barter, you give me palm oil and take soup to them yesterday. I brought in civilization, brought in your religion, and told us about America, and we embraced it. I never knew them got a with religious splitted us amongst our brethren. With denomination tear us apart. Building churches, schools and hospitals. We never knew we had to pay this much to be your place forever. Oh, nah. So we fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schism. We fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schism. But our lives have gone poor. At the very spot we left our maker. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Ayo, Biafra, land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my father. The descendants of Abraham. Biafra, from Father Isaac. The descendants of Jacob. Biafra is a reality. My fatherland, my original legend.
Why are you people lying? Why don't you tell them they want an independent Biafra? Oh, they're fighting for their freedom. So we owe everything to Chukwuka Biama who asked us to come. Not by our own might, nor power, nor will, but by the grace of the Most High.
Back in 1914, amalgamation, colonial masters, criminal masters, a mercenary soldier named Frederick Lugar brought together all them captives, including
I allow you to air your view, but what I'm trying to say is unnecessary speculation is not very good for our
Obviously we know
the 30th 2021 we are coming to broadcast from Radio Biafra USA. We are coming to you through Radio Biafra London and IPOB Community Radio, directed by our leader, His Excellency Mazi NNAMDI'S. Kanu. My name is Mazi Alozie. Today is June the 30th, 2021. We are coming to you live because we are seeing the beginning of the end. They dabbled. Our leader said anything they do brings Biafra closer, and they thought he was joking. You have kidnappers. There was something that happened yesterday, and I looked at it and I laughed. The narrations they made with regard to the arrest of kidnapping of our leader, His Excellency Mazi NNAMDI'S Kanu. And in one of those charges, they lied. They lied. I'm going to point out those lies, and I will support. And for all those that are not aware, you know, many people are more enlightened now than before with regard to what happened. They are telling you that NNAMDI'S Kanu jumped bail. NNAMDI'S Kanu did not jump bail. They went to his house to kill him. They used tank and armored personal carrier to his home in Afaruku to kill him. He was billed to appear in court. Brotai said they were coming to arrest him, and he told them, there is no need coming to arrest me. I have a court date with Bintanyako, and I intend to be there. You don't have to come. They came anyway. Before they came, they paraded themselves around Afaruku. And they made a statement, we were just passing. The army told the whole world that we were just passing around that area, making a drill. It turned out to be lie. On that fateful day, they shut up Afaruku, our leader's home. They shut it up. Barrage of gunfire. And if you know somebody has a court case, has a date, and he intends to come, why attack his home with armored personnel carrier and soldiers and helicopters? Why attack his home? Intention to kill him. And they are telling you he jumped bail, which is a lie. And all the medias, all the hopeless medias they have in the zoo, let them come and dispute this. They could not even sustain any kind of query with the government with regard to why they attacked his home, which led to the death of his parents. His home, even a dog, nothing was left. Dog was killed, Jack. Everything concerning Biafrans is a sort of pain to them. If that is the case, we want out. We want to go. Leave us alone. What do you want from us? What do you want from us? Leave us alone.
This is happening now in the home of the leader of the Just Biafra. The Nigerian army is here. They are here now. What can I say? Look at Kanu. Can I get that tank? You can hear the sound going on. The Nigerian army is here. Shooting. They are here shooting at the home of the leader of the Just Biafra. Mebuza. On the video. Sorry, keep back. Okay. The Nigerian army now shooting now in the home of the leader of the Just Biafra. You can hear shots being fired. They are shooting aimlessly. They are shooting and killing our people. Sir. I'm live. I don't know, there are many. Yes. You can hear shots. This is happening now in the home of the leader of the Just Biafra. The Nigerian army are shooting our people. You can hear this. They are already in the home of the leader of the Just Biafra. They are shooting there at his gates, firing weapons, firing guns.
Now, excuse me, now you say, they are lying to you, they are trumping charges. Oh, he jumped bail. Now you see what happened. He managed to escape with his life. He managed. Now, how can you bring a charges like that he jumped bail? Now, for those that did not know what happened, we are telling you what happened. It is documented. If he is to appear before Judge Nyako, why was his home attacked? A day before he is to appear to Judge Nyako, they know they have no case against him.
They know they have nothing against him, so the only thing, kill him. And you think when you kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you think Biafra will end? No, you have more coming. You are dreaming. You are dreaming. They are worse than our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are dreaming. You have all the terrorists. You have not arrested them. You know their hideouts. You have not arrested one single of them. Anything Biafran, anything Igbo. What do you people have against Igbos? Leave us alone and let us go. No, you go as far as going international. Anything concerning Biafran, you go. And the most annoying aspect of it is that you have hopeless Igbos that don't seem to know their left from their right. And some of you think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is your problem. And some of them are saying youth loss. Who killed those youths? It's the same Fulani soldiers. The same Nigerian military conducting operation Python dance, Egweke, you name it. They are the ones conducting it. Now you see what they are doing. You see they are killing you. And you think, oh, arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and then nobody will fight for it. No. Biafrans are ready for you. We are ready. You have been killing us. You killed millions. That wasn't enough. And you continue to kill. And when you arrested him, you said he has 2 passports. And that he's a British citizen. You said he has 2 passports, one from Nigeria, one for Britain. That he illegally entered. And then you confirmed that he has 2 passports. The question of gun, it was dismissed. Then gun that will not even kill a grass cutter. They used it defending themselves in the hotel because then kidnapping was common. Trumped up charges. No, because he's a Biafran. Because he said he wants to be free. That is why you brought treasonable felony. But the Boko Haram's killing federal troops, you did not bring treasonable felony. This is our leader.
Okay. Alright, we'd like to know what actually transpired yesterday here between the military and some of your men.
The Nigerian military came to my village to intimidate and to harass innocent civilians who are unarmed. I was sleeping. It was their siren that woke me up from sleep. And I inquired what was happening, and I was told that the army were coming to my house. So I looked through the window of my bedroom window towards the junction, which is less than 100 meters from here. And I saw their armored personnel carrier. He drove past, and then he turned around and came back again towards this direction. And they started firing at the people who were protesting and asking them why were they coming to this place to harass peaceful people who has done nothing to deserve such humiliation and intimidation. I said, well, they started firing indiscriminately. So I was told that a few people were hurt and injured. I saw 2 people who were bleeding profusely. I was told there were casualties. And as is their tradition, when they shoot people, they carry their bodies away. So we didn't want them to get at those people. That's what we prevented them from coming here. The intention was to come here to ransack my family home. And we would not have that. That's exactly what happened yesterday. Now, the entire episode was captured on the videotape. And I'm sure that's widely available for people to see and come to the conclusion. The one thing that happened for sure was that our people were insistent that they will not enter my father's compound. That was what happened yesterday.
So those that were hit by the bullets, where are they now?
They're in a very secure location after receiving first aid treatment. they are now receiving very serious medical attention.
Yes, that was the scouting they made before they unleashed mayhem, which I first played. This was the first scouting they made at his home. Shooting, terrorizing people. But you said that's a government. For you people that you say you are learned, for you people that say you are barristers and lawyers, for you people that say you have international acumen and all that worth, this is your country. And this is a country where terrorism is the order of the day. You look at what we are talking about. Why are you after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Because he said you people are deceitful, you're not telling the truth. You don't love Southerners. But you pretend. For all those that are current with the events, for all those that are peddling the news, saying they are news anchors, what's wrong with Sheikh Gumi? Malam is there. He says he's Chief Justice and he's dropping charges. You saw when they attacked Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Not once. You saw what they did. For you to rise up, you say Nnamdi Kanu is your problem. You better go and find what the problems are. Because you know what they are. They are out. They eliminate Igbos. The dot. And as we speak, the news today is that they killed Nigerian soldiers. Are those not the ones that are supposed to face treasonable felony? Treason. No, they will not. Because they are Fulanis. Are they not the ones invading the country from the Sahel region? No. You see how they are dancing around the law. They make the law for you, not for them. And all we do is sit and watch and listen. The problem is coming. You've not faced the international community yet. You committed blunders. You always do. Now the world would hear what we've been saying. For all those that are accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out in the first place? If you will not get your story from the beginning. Since after the war, 1970, reconstruction, rehabilitation, restructuring, nothing, zip. Your zone is in the darkness. They're in the dark. They just made some appointments. You saw it. How many of you? Zero. Let me ask you again. All those that are talking about youth kill, who killed those youths? The same python that say Gweke. You remember? No, you've forgotten. And now you say Nnamdi Kanu is your problem because he's telling you you'd rather die. You'd rather be enslaved. You'd rather be shut up and bangled than face the truth. I'm waiting to see how proficient these journalists from Zoo are. I am waiting. I am waiting to see. They are telling you, see, they have left the issue where they are talking about he jumped bail. He did not jump bail. I'm waiting to see why, when they will ask that question. And I guarantee you they're not going to ask. All they are telling everybody job. Then I gave you the incident report. What happened? Now you see why they wanted to kill his lawyer, Ifeanyi Ejiofor. So that nobody will represent him. and this is your government. You will see. You will see. Oh, you thought you've succeeded, but your worst nightmare is just what you just did. What you just did. You're raising the anger of Biafrans. You are raising the anger of Biafrans. You have killed so many of them. You have killed so many of them. You have maimed so many of them. We have no confidence and we don't trust you. And you have proven that so many ways, so many times. Our leader is our leader. We stand by him. And you've learned your lesson today. Just barely after what you just did, now you saw what happened in Biafra land. So today, so if you think you're going to silence us, you are dreaming, you are wasting your time. If you don't know what you're getting into, you better think twice. You better think twice. You're getting Biafra closer and closer. For each mistake you make, we inch closer. You think when you hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra will... No. You're lucky to have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is so honest and sincere, but you took that for weakness. You took his honesty as a way of truncating justice. He is telling you what you're not doing right. He is telling you what you're supposed to do to make the country livable. No, you wouldn't hear that because you think we cannot talk. We have been obeying, being lawful, but when we do that, you kill us, you shoot. I think the best is every time we come on the air, we will start to narrate all the things we've been going through. And if we don't say it, if we don't make it a point of duty, then you will continue to listen to politicians. I'm not referring to those that are talking about what they don't know, because they will never know nothing. They will never know nothing. Our Ungwa program will not take place today. I think I'll get the producer to make small announcement before we continue. It's going to be next week. Due to what we are doing, we have to put it off. We have to put it off. So that's the way it is, because there are people that will be coming to speak that might interfere with the program. So next week the program will resume. You leave the issue at hand You said you're looking for, he was inciting hatred. Who are those killing farmers? Who are those killing farmers all over the south? Who are those killing Benue people? Fulanis, not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Who are those raping old women and women at the farmland and butchering them? Fulani people, not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Who was calling for restructuring in the earlier days? Make it better for everybody. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Did you listen? No. Your mother, no restructuring. It will never happen. Who was calling for peace? Referendum. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Did you listen? No. What was your response? A call for referendum is a call for war. The Arewa youth, you said it. Documented. So what do you want? Nothing. What do you want us to do? Just surrender your land. Who are those illegally acquiring lands? The Fulanis. What stopped you? The ESN. So the formation of ESN, those that will save us, becomes a crime. But your agents, Maiti Allah, Boko Haram, SWAP, they are busy doing what they want to do. Yes, my man, go ahead and say what you want to say. You're on the air, go ahead. Hello?
Yeah.
Go ahead, we're waiting for you. Go ahead, you're on the air. The program will not take place today, but next week. So, our leader, we stand by our leader. So if you're arresting him, you see, that is the mistake you're making. Oh, go arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra will die. It's like pouring fuel into the fire. I gave you example of it today. You're lucky you have somebody that is very compassionate. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Very loving fellow. But you want to demonize him because he is telling the truth. People that have lived in the dark for a very, very long time, and he told you, I will destroy this your lie with the truth. And see the charges they are bringing. He is doing this. He is farming army. He is doing this. The ESN are in the bush to flush out the bandits, the mighty Allah, and the cattle herdmen. That's what he found. He's told you that's what he found. But your mighty Allah, you're not fighting them. Your Boko Haram, you're not fighting them. The cattle herdsmen, you are not fighting them. Everything about Igbo's problem. This is why we must. It is MUST. Break away. Your actions speaks louder than words. Hatred. That is what you're spreading. But you will not acknowledge it. Instead, you are pointing towards, pointing accusing fingers at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has done nothing to you. He's telling you the truth. If there is anything he said that is a lie, you have a media channel, bring it on. Even a media channel that wanted to say something, you shut it down. It happened just a few months ago. You're even battling international communities that want to say something. You don't want those you are deceiving to hear. You don't want them to know the lies. Your problem is IPOB, looking after their own people. And you're killing people in the West. You led ambush. If anybody is passing, they are Biafra, shoot them. By your own words, when you're shooting them, every Biafran is IPOB. You know it. And that is why you are killing these youths. That is why you gave the order, shoot anything that moves. Why are they not giving the order for you to shoot any Fulani person that moves in the forest? Biafrans, be wiser. For those thinking that arresting a leader, kidnapping him, will call Biafra, we gave you a preview of what is about to come. The slaughtering will be so enormous that international countries will say enough is enough. This time we are going to offer ourselves for you to kill. We will offer ourselves for you to butcher, since killing is your order of the day. Very soon we are going to offer ourselves. Go ahead, kill until you kill no more. People that are wicked, very wicked. We are bringing it to your notice. Your behavior is unacceptable. We don't hate you, but why hate us? We are telling you guys what you're doing so that you change. No, you're not changing. Where it hurts most is when somebody tells the truth, you start looking for that person. Why did you talk? But you say you're a democratic country, full of lies. Nothing has changed. We are bringing the information to everybody. Be strong, stay tight, stay where you are. Nothing changed. Nothing has changed. We are who we are, and we'll continue to be some. So that is it. We have our own people. Go ahead, call me when you're ready. I'm waiting for you. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. The issue is